the
old
RPG
stuff?
hard carry. I want to see both. Like I think it's important for them that they have multiple play styles, but that's something they can definitely do these days.
Yeah, because if one of those play styles doesn't work like it didn't yesterday, they can go back to
Well, the thing
hard
is,
carry
it's
mode.
a best of two, right? 2 games. They could play one style one game, the other style the next game. You know, they're really trying to test it all out. But they're coming up against Spirit, a very formidable opponent. Obviously, everyone knows the history of Spirit. They won TI. But recently, you know, Stockholm Major and 2 or 3 of the DPC included, they haven't been looking the best. They didn't have a splash at Stockholm Major. And even this tour over in Eastern Europe, they actually came 3rd. It went outside as NAVI and then Spirit. So for you, Lizard, does that worry you for them coming in?
Not at all.
Okay.
Like this team, if you look at the past, if you look at the way the year started, right? Real life has been rough for most of these players, for most of us, and I think they are just finding their stability. And with that stability, the results will come. You're saying that they ended 3rd, right?
Yes.
They did, but at the same time, it was, I believe, a tiebreaker, right?
It was. It was a 3-way tiebreaker, but it was like a...
Very close.
Exactly. It was like a Spirit beat NAVI, and NAVI beat Outsiders beat... Yeah.
And the points did matter. It wasn't like it was totally meaningless because those points could contribute to TI. But I feel like Spirit being a bit unmotivated. Like, even going to that Stockholm Major, I remember when we talked to them in some of the interviews during DPC, they were just like, they're always most excited to play against the Chinese teams. They have a lot of respect, particularly for PSG.lgd, but that's always, like, when they found out, you know, the Chinese teams were going to be the Major, they was just like, oh, you know, no one we're really looking forward to playing anymore.
Damn, that's savage.
At the same time, for everyone in Europe, it's always fun to win against EG, right? Like,
yes.
versus NA, so it's going to be fun.
All right, it definitely is. When it comes to contested heroes or how you feel that this one's going to play out, is there a standout hero that you would like to see banned out, not necessarily in the first phase, right, but throughout the game that you think we have to be cautious of for either team?
Do you think anything special besides the flavors of the meta right now?
I don't think so. I think these, for me, these heroes are pretty, like, there's nothing, I mean, EG's 04, so obviously there's nothing they're doing that, like, okay.
Stands out. It's like, oh,
EG's doing this well, we got to ban it.
Just let them have everything they had before.
Yes, exactly.
Don't ban out their comfort.
Okay. Out of the 4 games that they played yesterday, though, there was actually only 3 heroes that they doubled up on. So they had a lot of versatility in the heroes that they were picking. Do you think that's going to continue today? Maybe try and pull out some more new heroes? Or would you like to see them try and very much fit into the meta that is slowly being formed?
I think they need to fit into their own meta. Like, EG, to me, at their peak, and with this roster, and even mostly some of their previous rosters, which are pretty similar to this, it's always when they have a very defined hero pool. Like, everyone loves to give them shit for just first picking Storm or game after game, but they got second place at multiple majors with that. They were basically at their peak during those phases where you know what EG's going to pick, but they still would consistently win with it until they went up against that, like, Goliath of a team that had that X factor that could take them down. But I think EG finding a smaller hero pool is, if anything, a good thing for them.
Okay. And for you, Lizard, on the side of Spirit, is there a way to shut down any of their hero pools? Because they can play what feels like almost every hero under the sun, and to a very high level as well.
Yeah, that's the problem with them. It doesn't really matter what kind of a draft they get for themselves. They just play so many strategies the same way. If you want Collapse to be this greedy offlaner that literally transforms into a 3rd core, like a 2nd carry, sure, they can play that. If you want him to be the 2nd playmaker to the mid laner and you have this super fast-paced kind of gameplay after the laning stage, they can do that as well. Okay. And because of that fact, it allows them to pick so many diverse styles, diverse heroes. I think that's the most important thing here.
So is there, you know, not just heroes, but is there a way to shut down Spirit's playstyle?
Well, in the Eastern Europe League, right, the way teams would win against them is they would break them in that mid game. Like the laning stage would kind of never go in one direction against Team Spirit, that is. But in the mid game, they were making some mistakes. Does that come to lack of stability or motivation? I'm not sure what happened exactly. But
that is the timing that these teams have to try and hit to...
Even though if you do that, you cannot mess up that high ground push. Because that high ground push, when it comes to Team Spirit, is their defense, and when they're playing around objectives, it's incredible. Like I don't know if it's just individual talent or if it's something that they work on very hard together, but I've seen them defend 3v5 and then turn the game off of that so many times, even without buybacks, that you ask yourself the same question, like, how do you beat them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
seem to have like full trust and like they just understand what everyone on their team is going to be doing. It's like, okay, we know how this is done. We've been playing, like the experience playing together for such a long time now is like giving them an edge over a lot of the other teams.
Well, let's have a look at this draft because it is a little bit of a way in now. We have our first phase heroes, Spirit getting Dazzle, Void. Nothing too out of the box there, and EG picking up Puck and Dawn. How are you liking these two openings?
It looks like a solid opening for both teams. The Dawnbreaker and the Puck are really strong together because you have this Dream Coil into the ulti, you have that combination already. The Dawnbreaker can be played on multiple positions, so you aren't really giving anything away. I believe the Puck versus Void Spirit will be the mid lane. In Eastern Europe, like, you guys have been watching it. Like, Void Spirit plus, let's say, a Skyrat is the answer to the Puck pick, right?
Yeah, even just Void Spirit alone, I think, like we saw in the last series, the LGD, OG, it's like, okay, they pick Puck, we're going to answer with Void Spirit and then ideally get some additional follow-up. In that case, at the Shaker, for example. But yeah, I think both teams are happy with their own player. For EG, it's like, they get the strong lanes. That's usually been EG's flavor, which is like, let's have strong lanes. Puck doesn't, you're not too worried about your matchups. Dawnbreaker is just like, this hero in lanes is just ridiculous. So, and then for Spirit, I think Dazzle kind of flavor of the tournament so far. With as far as 5 positions go, we're going to be seeing a lot of Dazzle.
Yeah.
It's like one of those 5s that's not good enough to ban, but is going to get through a lot. And any team that plays Dazzle will happily pick it up early on.
Yeah. With the Dawn, where would you
In the tree.
Okay.
I was going to say 3 or 4. I think one of those 2 roles.
Yeah.
You can flex into 5, or even sometimes you've seen. I mean, it literally goes all 5 roles.
It does definitely go all 5, but I want to know for you guys personally, and especially like how it fits into EG. Like, does this feel like a crit hero at all, or is it going to need a little bit more gold?
It feels more like a Nightfall hero, because I think Crit wants to be more of a playmaker, and often what happens with Dawnbreaker is your rest of your teammates are off like making plays on the map, and you're like playing in that like dead lane where no one wants to farm, and then you ulti to join the fight, so you kind of often end up playing separate, if you want to play around your ultimate. So to me, it feels a bit more like a Nightfall hero, but...
And even when you look at the regions that play Dawnbreaker the most, I feel like when you open the pubs, Eastern Europe just adores it.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere. Safe lane, off lane, doesn't matter. They know the hero inside and out. Is it the Aghanims build on some support, or is it some, I don't know, Basher, BKB Deso with the blink, with the Aghanim shard where you just jump in and stun people? Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
However, one thing that you said is Dazzle isn't really not highly contested, maybe not highly rated at the moment.
Yeah, right.
I feel like that might change, right? Like he's looking. It's not even only about the hero; it's the play style. Like you just get this 5-man snowball that's with Dazzle and let's say one more hero that can heal itself with some mechanic, and you just can't burn through that. You just don't have enough damage. There's just so many damage mitigation abilities and spells right now. Add on top some Wyvern, some Dazzle, you can't kill anyone. Like we see these team fights. Yesterday it happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
Like only position 4s die and that's it. Everyone just scatters back, right?
Yeah. They're either like able to disengage or they are able to sort of sustain their way through that. Would you like a Winter Wyvern on Spirit? Do you think that's the extra heal that they need? Or are you hoping to see in a different sort of hero?
I'm not a big fan of the 4 Wyvern. I know like psg.lgd plays some 4 position Wyvern, but I think getting for Team Spirit, I'd much rather see like that kind of playmaker for Void Spirit to kind of sync up with. Like I think Wyvern and Dazzle overlap too much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like I was just giving an example of Wyvern.
Of course.
When I saw the Wyvern Dazzle, it was even Wyvern mid. I believe it was Liquid playing it yesterday, right? And it worked out well for them. But right now, what they're lacking is, I completely agree with Gods. They need something with the Void Spirit to jump in, to go in first, make stuff happen.
Does anything stand out as a Spirit hero that does that? I know Eastern Europe like Snap. She isn't really banned.
Yeah, like I don't know if Snap is truly the right option.
Of
I
course.
wouldn't even mind something like a Nyx that's still in the pool versus the Puck versus the Dawnbreaker. Like, for me, it's...
I was going to say Tusk for Spirit, but EG get their hands on that. I think both teams, their forward positions are actually kind of similar. I think hero pool wise and playstyle wise, like Tusk, Nyx, or Spirit maybe less so these days. It's kind of fallen off, but I could see something very similar in Team Spirit for Mira.
While we're waiting for their pick, I do want to talk about the Knicks a little bit because the last series that were being played got picked up twice. I think on the side of Talon and also the side of Fnatic on other streams. But Nyx is definitely up there in the pick rates for this major. How do you like it as a hero in this meta?
We got asked, I think, yesterday by Sagitine.
Oh, yeah?
It was one of those things where I think some teams were picking it too early in drafts.
Of course.
Because if it's one of those things like you pick it up and then there's all these in mids you don't want to play into it. At least that's historically been the case. So I think waiting to pick it, like when you see the Puck and the Dawnbreaker, suddenly I think Nyx becomes a lot more viable. But I don't think picking Nyx early in the draft is necessarily...
He's more like a pocket pick. It's something that you want to like pick out in the end of a second phase.
He counters stuff, but you don't want to counter stuff that hasn't been picked yet, in my mind, at least with the draft.
Yeah.
Makes sense. For me, Nyx Assassin, exactly like Parker said, would work here because he would already be countering a couple of these heroes. He's not great versus Tusk, right? But versus Puck and Dawnbreaker, you already have that Carapace to mess up the ulti combo to catch Puck.
Oh wow, Spirit are going to be able to get Monkey King and Zeus. Is Zeus that playmaker that you liked in position 4?
No.
No, yeah. I guess we don't know. With Void Spirit mid, so I guess it is support Zeus.
Yeah, you can jump out of the shards, right? That's something. Like, you can get away from the Tusk. But, okay, so the offlaner needs to be that frontliner now for them, definitely.
I was going to say, because we also get the Monkey King, and sometimes that could be flexed to 4, but now that Zeus is out, that one's more likely to be going to 4, which means Monkey King carry?
There is a world where Void Spirit goes offlane, I think.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
being done. It's a bit out of the,
I don't know why you would do it, though, versus a Puck mid, right?
Yeah, I think it's just if you want to do core Zeus, but like you say, why would you want... Again, you're playing into Puck, you want the Void Spirit.
Void Spirit is good there. Right? EG, do hit them with the problem, that's this Enigma. Now you have to be thinking about ways of dealing with that black hole. Like something that goes through it. When you look at the offlaners that are still in the pool, Beastmaster is kind of the obvious one, right? Like, you could go for that. They also do need that way of starting, not necessarily starting the fight, but something to frontline. And with all the creeps, with the Beastmaster, you could definitely get the utility and the ways of starting fights. So.
Eastern Europe also loves Beastmaster. That was something that was very, very highly contested. It was up there being banned a bunch of games, but it was also the region's 5th most picked hero in Division 1, 2, or 3. So we know that it is a playstyle that Eastern Europe likes, something that Spirit really likes too, and something that you are saying now works quite well with their lineup.
Yeah, if you think about it, not a lot of regions have been picking Beastmaster, but Eastern Europe has. So.
Yeah. The one thing it doesn't bring is any team fight. I mean, Spirit have some, like you mentioned, like the way they defend stuff and like play around. Like they can play without team fight, but it's very hard to execute. Like I look at this draft and they're playing into Enigma, Puck, Dawnbreaker. It's like, how do you...
So a lot of team fight, yeah.
I mean, there's no one hero that's going to match up against what EG have, but it does feel like at some point you want something to kind of frontline and give you that big, blink stun team fight. Mars gets banned. Like those kind of collapse heroes to me also make sense.
Yeah, I agree. For me, there's also this idea of sometimes you look at the drafts and you have to realize we're not going to win the team fights, right? Like sometimes teams get Phoenix, Enigma, Void. Like we're not winning the team fights against that. Let's find a different way of approaching the fights. Let's find a different ways of fighting, and that's usually just spreading out the map, spreading out the fights, getting pick-offs, or at least trying to do that.
So the Beastmaster is a kind of cool idea. It's also a vision hero, because you want to avoid team fights, you want to be able to see your enemies. So,
Is there anything else that we're missing?
I was just about to ask that, right? Let's say Beastmaster gets banned here last. Is there something else Spirit could pick up?
Is Night Stalker an idea? What do you think? Like
it's banned.
It's banned.
Don't talk about it.
It's an idea.
It is still an idea. It's
idea.
just not an idea that can work in this game. They banned the Timbersaw instead, so that beast is still in the pool.
But you can see the general idea, though. They're just banning these heroes that can frontline, that can go in, that can pressure you early on before you even come to your necessary items.
Of course, of course. You don't have any other ideas of something that they could be missing in this lineup for Spirit?
nothing jumps out to me. I feel like there's a few gaps in their draft, like because of this Enigma pick, which for EG seems really solid right now. Like, okay, so they answer the Enigma with Doom.
Okay. It's going to be a different Doom than what we saw last game. Do you like it a little bit more? Do you like what it adds to Spirit's lineup as a final pick?
It's solid. It does leave them vulnerable a little bit to a couple of cores that do well against him, right? Like some the Monkey King obviously has been already picked by Spirit, so that's not an option. Is there anything else? Like a Nursa is
Wraith King. I mean, Wraith King's, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Wraith King hasn't been banned or picked at all this major. I say it's only day 2, you know. There's
poor
heaps of
Skelly
time.
Daddy. one day.
He's forgotten about now. He's just long in the past.
Illusion heroes always feel good against Doom too. There's potential that Naga, TB type.
I was going to say TB is still in the pool.
Yeah, TB
TB
Doom
looks
is so-so. It's playable, but
Lone Druid instead.
Wow. Arteezy plays Lone Druid. Okay.
All right.
Do you like it? Is this something that is going to give EG a leg up, a potential first win for them?
I think it's a great pick.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of these other teams, particularly in Europe, playing a lot of Lone Druid. And in NA, some of the EG's opposition there, like you've got Gunner who plays a lot of Lone Druid. So it fits this game. It's a hero that doesn't care about getting doomed. It also just pushes the tempo and hits the similar timings with Enigma, who wants to get the fast Wraith pack. You've got Roche taking potential, Playmaker and Puck. Like, I think it's a hero that can put Spirit really on the back foot here.
I wasn't sure, but Parker definitely made me go EG's way. He convinced me. Yeah. The Lone Druid comes online way too fast, and I believe that they can take Roche. They can roll over the game with that, but Team Spirit's draft is also very solid.
All right, well, taking into account the draft, the skills, are we putting all the panel eggs in the NA basket here?
There's one team that's 4-0 and one team that's 0-4. So before we all go into the EG basket, think hard, Liz.
He's still sticking with EG. This is your last chance to change.
Why do you do this to me? I was with you, and now when you remind me of the scores, no, I'm going with EG anyway. Like,
all right.
I'll give them this one shot.
All right, we're all going in for NA here, but we are jumping into game 1. It's going to be Gareth and Lacoste again.
Thank you so much. Yeah, EG with a lot of objective taking prowess backed up by some serious team fight, while Team Spirit laning power, do you reckon?
Not so much against the Lone Druid. This is last pick Lone Druid, so he's going to have a really good lane playing into Doom, playing into Zeus as well. This is not like a strong lane, and Dawnbreaker can stabilize some of these lanes. Also try to get a potential kill. Trade, come back to lane. Should be relatively safe lane for Arteezy to play for this Lone Druid. They needed something that gives them tower damage. I mean, Enigma is decent amount, but it's not what you want, because right now they have a lot of tempo with Lone Druid, and they
gives you that punch.
Yeah, absolutely. Lone Druid comes online super fast, as we've seen during previous tournaments during the DPC as well, where you get like Mask of Madness Deso and you're ready to go. You can also go for the Roche. Pretty similar to like timings, I would say, to Bristleback.
Yeah, just very quickly up and running as we can get ourselves here into game 1 of this best of 2 as EG take on Team Spirit. Now, as the panel was saying as well, one team 0-4, one 4-0. EG need to get a couple of wins under their belt.
They definitely need this dub, and they do have a good draft this time around. I like how they swap things around a little bit. Also, some of the things to mention is Tusk against Dazzle, against the Grave unit. That's always going to work really nice, because you have 3 abilities to keep them in place, whether we're talking about the Shards, the Snowball, or the Punch. So it's not going to be as efficient. Even Malefice.
The bear.
Kill the bear. Get that 300.
The double 300, XP and gold. Oh, can they finish it off? Arteezy.
Oh, good body
block for the Monkey King.
He's like, how's he blocking me? There's nothing there. It's Monkey King who's still smoked.
Wonderful stuff. Going out of the Monkey King there.
It's a lot of XP. It's a lot of shared XP, and Toronto, extra 300 gold for him.
Yeah, 60 experience each, spread out across all 5 of them, as they were all there for the bear. And Team Spirit taking control of the bottom bounty runes and getting a high ground observer ward up and near that mid lane as well, while Abed is forced to orb. Oh, he's dead! First blood from Eposhka and a D-ward. You couldn't ask for a better start for Spirit. It's ridiculous.
This is perfect. EG might still be jet lagged. I don't know what's happening. It's difficult. Void Spirit has almost enough to buy a bottle. 7 seconds into the game. Almost said 7 minutes, but he needs 1 CS.
Have fun, says Arbed. Oh, yeah. I think they're already well underway and having fun with this one. A beautiful start out of Team Spirit. And what's that going to mean for their laning stage? Arbed's going to be incredibly far behind. He's 300 away from his bottle. He's going to have to TP into mid lane. Do you try and bring someone like, does Fly stick around to like help the Puck the first wave, or do you just leave it to naturally 1v1?
Puck against Void Spirit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely do. I also want to see the rotation, something that psg.lgd did really well, especially Jinkyu, going for that 4-minute water rune, not allowing enemy mid laner to get it, and also going into enemy jump goal, picking up the bounty rune, the 3-minute bounty rune. So you're kind of leaving mid laner not having any region and giving that advantage to your mid laner. He's already off to a good start, and this is Void Spirit favorite matchup. We're talking about 60-40 against Puck.
Yeah,
Toronto Tokyo is going to reconnect to the game.
Does very well indeed. Yeah. Toronto Tokyo back in. As we do have a number of Blightstones out. Lone Druid has one. He's gone for the branch build. We've got one over on that Yatoro Monkey King as well, so maybe we see Orb of Corrosion coming out for him. It does appear that Arteezy will be going for the bear build. No, but back in the day, he was one of the main proponents of that range.
He's not going to go for your build, Gary. No bear, build? Spirit Link, and what was the other ability called? Rabid, back in the days. Miposhka did block a small camp for Puck, so this is also another tool to deal with it, because mid Pucks do stack the camp and also farm it relatively quickly, so that's going to be some extra XP for Toronto Tokyo that he already has from killing that bear, because he can farm his own small camp.
Yeah, I remember making a YouTube video looking over Arteezy's Lone Druid. It was back when he played the ranged druid, like Dragonlance, Maelstrom, and all the talents he had for it. But nowadays, it is all about the bear again, with that Deso and the Mask of Madness. Yatoro and Miposhka not able to contend with the Eidolons just yet. Nightfall will keep dragging that wave back away from them, and Crit can obviously place himself quite aggressively to see where Miposhka's Dazzle is lurking.
It's not going to be an easy lane for Monkey King. A lot of that XP will be gone. Nightfall will be denying his item build. Magic Wand, 3 branches going into Ring of Bassi, so heavily focusing on early stages of the game. Tusk going for more of a fighting build where they want to get killed. Like, well, you got to be very careful on Dazzle once they hit level 2. With the Ice Shards and Tag Team, there's going to be a lot of procs from Eidolons.
Yeah, get that slow going incredibly consistently. And that Enigma, what kind of item build are we going later on into the game, though? Is it the Spirit Vessel build? Is it the Arcanes, the Blink BKB? What do you reckon we see from Nightfall here from EG?
I think this one might be just Blink BKB, and then get a Linken's Refresher, because there's only one way to stop the Black Hole, and it's Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, that single counter that Team Spirit has in the hands of Collapse. So far, decent for the Monkey King, 10 and 2. Even though that lane is being denied out and dragged back. Well, down at bottom, Collapse lose 8-0. Lone Druid CS 9 and 4. It seems like Team Spirit keeping that wave relatively close to their tier 1 tower, so Mirror Zeus can keep zapping away at Fly's position 5 Dawnbreaker. If they do get in on top of the Zeus, though, with Orb of Venom and Tangling Claws, you know, Mirror could be in an awful lot of trouble. Quite a lot of chase potential, just like this, but...
Jumps out. Cool ability. On cooldown for 20 seconds. Fly still thinking about going in, but
good
Mirror
cancel.
Ready with the bolt.
Stops the Starbreaker from landing. That final hit with the stun. And the resummon.
Crit needs to TP out. Miposhka with that poison touch, because he got the first blood, does have boots of speed, so would be able to chase him down.
Chase for days. He does TP back to his tier 1, so Crit is readily available, and it looks like he's going to wander in towards mid, and the call that you made for the guarding of the runes will come to fruition here for EG. Bounty already taken by Miposhka, though, so Crit unable to find it. Has the shard block the Dazzle away, gets a couple more hits in on the way out.
Leaving some solo XP to Nightfall. Enigma definitely needs it. Miposhka also giving solo XP to Yatoro, because that XP is getting denied. And we can see the odds on screen. Team Spirit definitely favored in this one. Considering the start, not a surprise.
Yeah, absolutely not. The bear kill, the obs D-ward, the bounty runes, and that first blood on our bed, while Fly does die down bottom to Mirror and Collapse. Expecting things to go the other way with the Lone Druid and this Dawnbreaker who can play aggressively. But Team Spirit responding very nicely. You know, again, the XP and gold lead
Hurricane on Mirror.
they get from the start.
And the Root
from the Entangling
does
Claws.
have Fairy Fire. Not
Nice.
gonna even use it.
Perfectly fine. He can walk himself back to base, or jump himself back there with the Heavenly Jump. And then return full resources. Get his mana and HP all topped up.
Those neutral creeps, they go for the best play you can think of.
Yeah, they want to show their skills, don't they? Quick little savage roar from Arteezy's Lone Druid.
Hobbit doing a very good job on a mid lane in terms of CS, considering that Toronto did have extra 300 gold. 26 against 23.
He's a wave ahead. Good sidestep from Collapse, though. And this Infernal Blade doing a tremendous amount of damage to the bear.
And the
Kills
chain,
it
another
off.
300.
Finishes the bear off. He'll lose his life, sure, but that's well worth it, right?
Yeah, definitely. He got the solo XP from that, which is going to bring him closer to level 5. Mira was absent. He was not in the lane. And now when he comes back to lane, they're still going to have the skill potential, especially when Doom hits level 6. It's being pinged out. Fly wants to drag the creep wave and pull it back. Doom TPing in.
Yeah, Mira trying to contest it. Well, up at top, Nightfall. He has to Malefice back Yatoro. Crit very low, tag teaming away, but he's going to die to the boundless strike of the Monkey King.
Oh no, Gary, what is that on Monkey King?
Oh, is that Hand of Midas?
It is Hand of Midas.
I've not even
Did we
looked.
stop counting at 0-5?
Just keeps getting worse and worse. We'll see, though. We'll see. You know, Midas might maybe making a comeback this tournament. We've had it on Dooms, we've had it on Nature's Prophet, we've had it on Juggernauts, and now the Monkey King.
We saw one on Seb trying to get it on Io 2 times, actually.
3 heroes mid, coming straight in towards the Void Spirit. Toronto, Tokyo dissimulates, back away, jumps with the Astral Step. The shards will land, but his raindrops keep him healthy. And Crit dying to the poison touch of the Dazzle, so the rotation in from Eposhka more than pays for itself.
Has
He can
Mango
deny
and
the
Brave.
DD rune.
He can TP out.
Can he? Oh, you're right. He might just be able to slip away from danger. Starbreaker
last
comes
second.
in from Fly at the last moment needed.
That was close, but yeah, clutch play, saving Toronto Tokyo. He's super tanky, gets that Resident Pulse on 3 heroes, gets the Magic Wand, and also the Infused Raindrop that you mentioned.
Incredibly close stuff, though. And now Nightfall taking a beating from Yatoro. And he's got the Boundless Strike, the ability to clear out Eidolons, especially when he's got Jingu stacks up. Very
Big
useful for the Monkey.
XP discrepancy on top lane. Enigma about to hit level 5, Monkey 6.5.
That's not what we expect, is it? With Enigma denying all these creeps.
Miposhka did a very good job zoning out Tusk. Didn't allow them to play aggressively at all, forcing Tusk to TP out. Tusk didn't have Boots of Speed. He played more for the lane. Had that Magic Stick and Fairy Fire.
We go, Toronto, Tokyo. He wants Arteezy. Mirror does die to Fly, but that's a whatever moment. They've killed the Lone Druid, taking him out of the game while Yatoro is being chased down by Crit and Nightfall. Eidolon's tag team slowing him over and over again. Boundless Strike comes as Yatoro tries to fight back.
He does have phase
might
boots.
find Nightfall here with a couple more swipes of his massive stick, and they don't even get the kill on him.
He's like, we need an extra hero here. What a great read from Yatoro to turn around and just man up, keep fighting, get that Jingu proc, and then gets a good Boundless.
Yeah, EG falling further and further behind. 2K lead developing for Team Spirit. I still yet to see Abed really make his mark on this game yet. Hasn't got a coil out, hasn't found any real openings. They missed out on Toronto Tokyo, who turns it straight back onto Abed, kills his courier, and Mirror's help here will find them a kill on the puck. My Team Spirit is playing so much faster and snappier, decisive Dota from them.
They're so quickly to move. And look at the levels right now. You have Void Spirit, who's about to hit level 8. You have Collapse on bottom, level 7. Almost Hand of Midas. Like, they're winning the laning stage, and they're going for 2 Hand of Midas.
Well, yeah, 777 across all 3 Dire Cores. They hit the jackpot there on the slots. There's Yatoro. He comes back up top, probably eyeing up another kill on Nightfall. But Abed and Crit under the Dire Observer ward, scouted out, and Team Spirit knows what's coming.
Tower is under attack.
They're showing mid Void Spirit, who does not have a TP rotation, but good read from Team Spirit, not allowing EG to get anything done. Some damage will be done to tower, but other than that, they did dodge a gank.
Yeah, and they can move now to play aggressively in the mid lane, bottom lane as well. Pressuring into these tier 1s. Fly left to his own devices to try and clear out the creep wave. And there's the Hand of Midas on the Doom.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
9 minutes in.
Dire's structures are fortified.
One thing about Collapse is he's been super stable ever since he joined the scene. He always manages to get stuff done. Like, you can rely on him that he's gonna have a farm that, with that farm, he's gonna do something.
Dire's top
Yeah, it's
tower is
kind
under
of similar in my mind to Nisha, like almost robotic, right? Very few mistakes, always very stable. Sometimes with the flashy plays, you know, they can pull it out of the bag, but always consistently good.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yatoro wanting that bottom tower. Orb of Corrosion helping him out. The rest of the team, a nice barrier through that bottom jungle to guard him and the mid lane, which Toronto Tokyo will claim. Top tower did fall. Enigma managed to take the objective there, so the top jungle does open up for EG.
Team Spirit is messing with EG's momentum. This Lone Druid is supposed to have a lot of farm. He's sitting in the middle of the pack, still trying to farm up his Mask of Madness, so items are going to be delayed. And as you mentioned, Yatoro on the bottom lane with that Orb of Corrosion, ready to kill the tower.
Yeah, take it out even as these catapult waves are arriving. And they can now think about mounting their defense in the mid lane. And EG are bringing, what, 5 heroes here? 4 at least. Arteezy's Lone Druid not too far away as Abed attempting the Waning Rift jump. A very tight window to catch Toronto Tokyo and doesn't quite make it work. And now they can focus in on that catapult.
Their tower defense is really not that great for Team Spirit. They don't have Chain Lightning on Zeus, but they will use that Poison Touch, try to delay as much as possible with the Glyph, while Yatoro still yet to use his first Hand of Midas. They need to let this one go.
Yeah, they're not defending this to stop the tower dying. They're just delaying it and making EG a little more uncomfortable or required to expend more resources, as we have our second Hand of Midas for Spirit now delivered. Monkey King gets the first use out of his. Also got queued up next, Echo into BKB. So he'll start scaling very quickly with the Midas, getting those levels going. Buying a Midas on a Monkey King in this game is like a middle finger to the Enigma, right? Like, you've denied my creeps, I'm going to buy a Hand of Midas. Where's all that experience gone?
Snowball chasing Monkey King.
He is up in the treetops.
And now he's in a bad spot.
Crit is all alone. Mirror Collapse come in from the side.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nice and simple from Team Spirit.
Those Hand of Midases are going to kick in soon. Extra Devour gold, but EG keeping things at the 3k gold lead deficit for now.
Yeah, it's just the Lone Druid really is the one that feels like he needs to catch up the most. Mask of Madness. I think he's being delivered now, so the Desolator is queued up and on its way for Artur. Yatoro. Oh, he's been found here with the coil and the Starbreaker. Stuck around with no one nearby.
Having a coil and also Dawnbreaker does allow you to land another stun with Solar Guardian, so that's a big pickup. Toronto Tokyo.
Yeah, does fine flight. They got enough damage to finish him off because the Celestial Hammer creates a bit of a gap, needs the extra Astral Step. That was a dominating Dawnbreaker. She was a 4x kill streak there. Oh, this Infernal Blade, so good against the bear. Every time he gets tagged, he loses
It's
like
only
30...
level 1 Infernal Blade.
Yeah. 30% of his HP just disappears. We're going to go in with a Savage Roar. Mira, he towed the line there so he can keep the spells going and claims the 300 gold and XP again.
I believe that's the third one. So extra 900 gold in Team Spirit pockets.
Not an easy game for Arteezy. Toronto Tokyo down to bottom while EG smoke themselves across. Crit, Abed connecting with Nightfall. We're still waiting to see this first black hole of the game.
Team Spirit is in no rush whatsoever. They know that they scale extremely well with those 2 Hand of Midases. You have Zeus position 4, so late game is already secured. Right back down on Enigma, so some extra damage reduction. Looking for an opening. A bit difficult. They need Puck to initiate with the coil and still respecting the tower. Mira feeling relatively safe farming underneath this tier 2.
Miposhka is just so good with his warding, though. The 2 wards top have secured them safety several times, and now he gets a D-ward on top of it.
Also, this ward between tier 1 and tier 2 tower on a mid lane is showing when they're gonna smoke. Ah, look at Miposhka. Just chilling on his dazzle.
They're toying with him. Come on, dive me onto tier 2. Dare ya? Fly not going to fall for it, though.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah,
is
another
under
move where
attack.
EG really desperate to get something on the map. Will snowball onto Mira. Catch the Zeus out with a quick little shard, and he leaps over the igloo. Easy as can be. Now Toronto Tokyo hasted. Potential to wrap around into the back lines. Doom gets dodged down a little bit there by the Abed phase shift, and they black hole collapse straight off the bat. Mira can still zap back in with a lightning bolt, and Miposhka will save his buddy for a second while the Wukong's boundless strike. Abed, he's taken out inside the circle. Now the boundless from Yatoro comes out, catching out Nightfall and Toronto Tokyo. Still playing in the back lines. Enigma, what can he do? He can Malefice, he can try and run away, but they've got the Yule Scepter up into the sky. Fly and crit, they want this Void Spirit. I don't think they've got enough damage.
No, here comes Arteezy.
Lundred does arrive, and Toronto Tokyo graved up. Dissimilate in
Does have
3
21
seconds.
charges.
He's got the wand, and now Dissimilate Astral Step. Miposhka picks up the double kill.
Can he get a root? I believe he can. He's way too speedy. Mask of Madness is available.
Go on. There it is. I did kill off Yatoro in the midst of all that, but the bear got to be so careful against collapsing the hurricane back into the waiting arms of Mira and Miposhka. Another bear dead.
EG heavily committing to kill Doom with Black Hole and Coil, and then they had issues controlling Void Spirit. A bit of a different item build from Void Spirit this time around, because in the previous game we saw Rush onto Aghanim Scepter, but this Yule Scepter is really good to set things up, potentially cancel the Black Hole, remove the silence, buy some time during the Coil, and now he's going into Aghanim Scepter.
I think EG did come out on top in terms of the gold and experience coming their way. Not a perfect team fight, but something is something for them at this point. But if Team Spirit are the ones who are able now to get the jump and maybe use some aggressive vision to their advantage, their wards get spotted by the Abed Courier.
As you know, something is up, but there is Arcane Rune on Void Spirit, so he definitely wants to go in. Miposhka already has Shard.
Yeah, the Thunder God's Wrath as well to try and scout them out. Toronto Tokyo
Double
onto Nightfall, straight towards the Enigma, catch him out and kill him off.
But there's no follow-up. This
Three-man
coil
coil.
looks good, but no one is around.
Into what? Into nothing. And the deep ward still
Providing
sees.
ton of vision, giving them that vision that they need to start a fight. Yatoro, with this build, Hand of Midas, Echo Saber, he wants to join relatively early on.
Yeah, continue these fights, keep on going, brawling away. Tier 1 opens up for them in the mid lane. Top is being pushed out. They've got Fly and Arteezy in the vicinity, but looks like Arteezy just wants to continue last-hitting creeps to finish off the Deso.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And they do lose Fly's courier as well. Nothing too important on it, though.
Crit.
Radiant's
Planted the
middle
ward
tower
and
is
is
under
sitting
attack.
inside the Roche pit. Next Black Hole will be ready in 30 seconds. Deso will be done at the same time pretty much. So I want to see EG try to go for a smoke play and transition that into Roche. They could also potentially snatch the Roche with Tag Team and Lone Druid. They definitely have more than enough damage.
Yeah, plenty of great ways to be in the pit. And a Philosopher's Stone for
Fele.
Lone Druid.
He's gonna keep that. It's one of those items that, like Zeus, if played from mid lane, Tinker, they definitely love to keep it.
Yeah, certain core heroes can definitely handle it. Team Spirit sat behind their ward. They do still have that high ground ward over in that bottom jungle. Didn't get removed out even though it was scouted by a courier and a sentry. EG not wanting to play down there instead. There's Radiant, of course, heading up to top, wanting to control Roshan. And here's the move you called for, smoke into the pit.
They feel comfortable. Extra damage from right back, extra damage reduced, and also having a black hole security. So Team Spirit, they are not going to defend it. This is a team that is making an aggressive move even though they're down 7k gold. So this is something you need to have a good read, how to come back into the game. Also potentially stealing Roche from Team Spirit. Their Roche taking potential is not that great. They have some minus armor coming out from Dazzle, but that's about it.
And it feels like they're still waiting for BKB to come up on the Monkey King, which is going to take a little while still. So we could see Team Spirit here just wait out the Aegis, but they're actually trying to set a trap in the mid lane, baiting with Toronto Tokyo. EG not biting. And wanting to continue playing under their own vision there, EG with 2 wards up around Roshan and near that top jungle. And a tier 2 should be a pretty easy take for them at this point. Lone Druid hitting one of his massive spikes here with a Deso Mom, ready just to rip apart buildings. But here comes Team Spirit. 4 men smoked. Monkey King could TP up there to try and start things off. The scan already used. And EG spots nothing. Under Radiant Vision, but the smoke still gives them this guise of invisibility. High ground ward for them as well. They spot Fly, they see Crit, jump the Tusk.
EG will fall back. They understand that they got what they came for. They got that tier 2 tower and potentially get the outpost. Might be a bit tricky standing there.
And Team Spirit want to reclaim that. But EG just holding their ground at this point.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Arcane Rune spawns up at top. Toronto Tokyo and
He's
Mira.
thinking about going in, and he gets in.
Try and get the bear, but the fear and the coil, the snap and the kill, the grave comes in. Maposhka saves Toronto Tokyo. Dissimulate now out as well. He's got the 1 charge to yours. He can't get himself out of here. Surely not. Arbed will finish him off.
That was such a greedy play from Toronto. Even though they have heals coming out from Dazzle and the Shallow Grave, it's still not enough. And there's the Doom.
Solo Black Hole onto him. He's spent his Doom. Arbed should be all right there with the Wraith Pack near him. I don't have too many heals to pump into the puck, but yeah, perfectly fine to even farm away at neutral.
Does have a
BKB tries the Wukongs, but punched out. Arbed cleared up by the Thunder God's Wrath, finishes him off at long last. Crit destroyed by the Monkey, and the Boundless gives him the double.
Now, what a turnaround from Team Spirit. They did, once again, heavily commit from EG to get that Doom killed, even though he got the Doom off, but yeah, Zeus, Zeus 4,000 damage, and we talked about scaling, how well Team Spirit scales into the late game. This is Zeus with Philosopher's Stone, position 4. So that means that his damage output and his item are kind of secure. You know that eventually he's going to have that Aghanim Scepter. Going for the Yule Scepter for now to be able to defend himself and also potentially Yule's the Bear into the air. That's a second Yule, so got to be really careful how much damage Bear can do if he gets Yule twice.
And against some of these really tanky heroes, you've got Dawnbreaker, you know, Enigma, Lone Druid in his ulti form, but the Spirit Bear in particular, having this static field to do percentage-based damage is massive. As Nightfall does get cleared up, they've got the coil in onto 2 of them, and Miposhka dying next to his Monkey King, but the Wukongs will come out. Arteezy, Savage Roar, push him away, the attack claws keep him inside, but he's still going to get pummeled down by the Lone Druid.
EG understanding that they need to take out Dazzle first, and finally they're able to do it. A couple of coil plus the silence, more than enough. Dazzle needs to keep the distance. They need that grave to get off into the fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Aghanim Scepter down on Toronto Tokyo. Has that Arcane Rune that he picked up and died after that. Now has Invis Rune. I feel like Team Spirit is the one who's controlling majority of the runes this game.
It definitely feels that way. Lotus Orb there on Fly. What's that primarily going to be?
Removing the silence on Puck and also pre-casting it on Enigma, so Doom is going to think twice whether he wants to use it or not.
Yeah, don't want to doom yourself, but sometimes you might have to. Shiva's God coming up next for Collapse.
Radiant's bottom tower
Incredibly farmed. 13,000 net worth from the position 3. Doom always going to be overtaking these heroes. Probably another reason why this Monkey King went the Hand of Midas, so he's trying to keep up with his offlane player. Deso lined up next. And there we see the big differences. The spread of net worth for EG, I guess, coming more standard.
tower is under attack.
I see the curve there. A little different from Team Spirit, with Toronto Tokyo quite often taking the back seat to Collapse and Yatoro.
Radiant are scanning.
Aegis just ran out. Smoke. Radiant using a... They know something is up. After using the scan, Mira immediately pops that Zeus ulti. Knows something is happening because they are... Like, it's very easy to read moves like this because they're showing way too many heroes, so that means that EG is not playing defensively.
Dire's bottom
And
tower
nobody on the
is
map,
under attack.
and nobody ganking. Means the smoke was coming. Munching away at the tier 1 though. Lone Druid makes short work of objectives as always. And they will set themselves up in dire triangle with some nice vision coming out from EG. I think this is where Team Spirit want to smoke and try and play into them, or are they still comfy to drag this game out a little bit longer?
I think they're fine taking a fight right now, even though if they wait an extra minute or two, they will have an extra set of items. That's Deso and potentially Shiva's Guard on Doom. So those two are big ones. So I feel like they're gonna wait until those two. And never mind, I just lied, Gary.
Dire's bottom
They're
tower
smoking.
is under attack.
I want to make something happen. I guess you know that EG, they're itching for a win, they can feel it. In a decent position here to push down bottom tier 2 tower, but the ward's being removed. RTZ
Dire's
frontlining.
bottom tower has
The
fallen.
Bear, the Wraith Pact already being
Good
pushed
positioning
out.
from Crit. They already placed another ward and he's ready to potentially save people if they go in. EG taking the tier 2 tower.
Oh, but look at this warding from Spirit.
Oh, they found an opening.
Abed jumped upon. Wall stomp Doom. Puck being obliterated. Yule's not available. Being doomed up there by Collapse. They put a Lotus Orb on him at the very end, but it's not going to save you.
Vision from Team Spirit, as you mentioned, they're doing a very good job every single time EG places a ward. They're already there. Miposhka having a really good read how EG is playing around their vision, and most of those wards are getting dewarded.
Yeah, the Puck now is getting Kaya Sands trying to get the Lincoln Sphere. Needs so many defensive tools to deal with this Doom. Team Spirit needs to maintain their lanes though.
Dire's
Bottom lane needs to get
bottom
shoved
tower
out.
is under attack.
Thunder God's Wrath there, trying to give the vision. So Collapse. No, he's safe. There's no one backing up the Eidolons and the small creep push coming the way of that bottom tier 3. RTZ not too far away from Assault Cuirass, it looks like. Just a recipe off.
Philly Stone helping out quite a lot. Another Arcane Rune for Toronto.
And skips away from this smoke that I think EG were under a dire ward when they used this, so Team Spirit well aware. You can see their movements on the map. The trio of heroes mid, back to their tier 2. And the scribbles on the map indicating they know exactly where EG are. Scan will come back up again. Probably don't need to use it just yet. Can hold on to that.
A little surprised how under-leveled Toronto Tokyo is, considering that he's 3-1 and 9. He's the same level as Mira.
Yeah, he's not really been given the lanes to push out and farm. It's been the Doom and the Monkey King getting these side lanes to grab up all that experience. Spirit with a 5-man smoke. But EG, they've got the positioning here. Again, the Spirit Bearer, the only one showing. They're trying to front line and scout them out. While Abed, we could be in trouble.
Again, Miposhka.
Under the vision, jumps away. Remnant catches the bear. They will move up to D-Ward. The Observer on the high ground.
Dire's
EG
middle
very
tower is under
deliberate
attack.
with their retreat. They've got the high ground ward again. This vision game, so back and forth. You've got a Zeus on one team, you've got Fly on the other. Sentries being spammed absolutely everywhere across this map.
Nightfall finally has his BKB done, so if Doom is used on someone else, that means that Enigma will have a very good opening in terms of using Black Hole on multiple people.
Oh, trying to get here to D-Ward. Toronto Tokyo very aggressive with his play, but he's got the Yules. Saves himself and the two-man balance. The
That's not
Wukongs. In we go. Mira dominating, and EG lose a couple of heroes off the bat. The Black Hole. In comes Nightfall, but it's cancelled by the Doom. Yatoro can keep whacking away at EG, and they've got to run. They can't keep on fighting here. Team Spirit far too strong.
And they're gonna catch him with the Remnant. There's no way Puck's getting out of this one. 2 buybacks already used on EG. It looked like a good opening because they try to fear Dazzle away and focus down on Monkey King, but not Monkey, Void Spirit, and he gets the Yule Scepter off, gets to dissimulate, and manages to survive there.
And how selfless Toronto Tokyo is with the Savage Roar, the Monkey
Mid-air.
Kick, the Blink Stomp, the Doom's here to save him, but the punch from Crit will catch Yatoro until Poshka graves him, turns the place with the Jingu stacks, life stealing away, but it shouldn't be enough. The bear will turn him into lunch and collapse, and tangled and roared up by Arteezy. But Toronto Tokyo coming in again. You see him fall so quickly.
Bear still alive.
The bear still going with his double damage rune until Mira cuts him in half. Nightfall and Crit still want the Dazzle, and they'll
Crave
play
available again.
this final
Can't
kill
get
of
it
the
off.
fight. Mira, I don't know, can you get out of this one? It's almost a 5-man wipe. Crit wants it real bad. The punch comes in, and Ahmed is respawned. Mira with a triple, but Nightfall and Ahmed's puck will take down the last remaining member of Spirit.
Now, Mira will be pretty happy about this, even though it's a team wipe for Team Spirit. He got so much gold. He's level 19 with the Aghanim Scepter, 3,000 damage, but the damage I'm looking at is Arteezy's damage. Did pick up that double damage rune on a bear, caught him mid-air while he's trying to get on the tree, gets the fear off, and they do focus him down. Even though he tried to man up, it was not enough.
But how does that end? That's a 7 for 5, right? Team Spirit lose 5 heroes, EG lose 5 with 2 diebacks of their 2 supports. Still a pretty massive swing of gold going the way of EG as it comes down from 12 to about 7. So that 5k net worth swing. And yeah, Lone Druid with a double damage rune and life stealing away with a Spirit Link. So incredibly potent when you've got
Mira
a double damage.
coming in clutch. 1 Chain Lightning gets the bear and gets the hero as well. Buys the dome for himself, going into Refresher next. We talked about Zeus' ability to scale from position 4, but this is nuts.
Yeah, it's bonkers stuff. It's nearly 10k net worth. And again, this Aghanim Shard working wonders with that percentage-based damage.
Maybe the play there would be, now that I'm thinking of it, Toronto Tokyo getting in, using Yule Scepter on the bear to dispel DD. Maybe that would be the play, but also he was definitely afraid of him getting focused down and not having a dispel mechanic.
Yeah, this bear is really no joke now. Assault Cuirass, Basher. So he's got additional lockdown to catch the Monkey or the Doom during the BKBs. And Roshan, I mean, I'd forgotten he'd respawned and he was alive. The couple of fights we've had.
Because everyone was
Everyone
dead.
died. Usually we have a fight, someone wins it, they go into Roche Pit and take it. But no, a back and forth. Both teams eyeing up the prize, but it's EG that smoke under a dire ward again.
Is under attack.
This ward has caught 2 or 3 smokes now.
Vision game from Spirit has been amazing this game. Inside Roche Pit, they better do something about it. Showing Yatoro on bottom. This means Roche's dead.
He's got no team.
Probably, unless he connects. Okay, he does have that talent, so gonna be able to connect with the team.
Yeah, leaping very quickly, treetop to treetop. And EG back themselves up to high ground. Arbed takes the haste and jaunts away. Clear out their own triangle while Team Spirit get the ward up on the high ground. They want to maneuver under their own vision, so they have that advantage in the team fight to pick their targets. And most importantly, this Nightfall Enigma in the sights of that collapsed Doom. Wait, does he have the Perseverance and the recipe already on the Courier? He doesn't.
No, he
So
was
it's just
way too farmed, and Arteezy bringing in some extra raid bans.
Oh, yeah. A few little stat items for him. I saw the Enigma with just an ultimate orb, and I was like, hang on a second. He's got quite a
Eventually,
way to
he
go.
is going to get it. So Doom will need to find a way to proc 2 of those. Thinking about getting a Refresher, which is going to kick in the next couple of minutes.
Well, finally,
EG smoked with, this time, not under vision, but showing 2 heroes.
I will reveal with the Ice Shards where they are sitting. And the Thunder God's Wrath. A vision game again from Team Spirit, just too potent. And, oh, they're pinging Roshan here. I'm going to try and get some D-wards. Yeah, get the sentry down. Make sure he doesn't have any forward vision. And hold their positioning while, Arbed under a ward. He jumps away from the Remnant. Toronto, Tokyo trying to deward now, but he's coiled up and snapped. Snowballed in, the punch from Crit. Trying to focus down the Void Spirit, but he's been graved and Astral stepped away. Arteezy inside the Wukongs, they're fighting the bear.
Good
Both
fear.
of them, in fact, with the Solar Guardian. There's Fly with a heal and a black hole
Again
on the
on
Doom. They catch Collapse, the big target they wanted, but the Grave again, saving him up. Miposhka doing a great job.
Can't get the Doom off.
They do kill Mira and Collapse now. The buybacks will flow through while Crit running back, but picked off by Yatoro. And Collapse has got Flight. Easy pickings on the Dawnbreaker to end the fight. No buybacks on either of those heroes. So a 5v3 heading into the pit.
This is going to be Roshan. We got to give credit to Arteezy. Some quick reactions with the Savage Roar to be able to get the Doom away from him when he jumped in, and then getting the bash, being able to focus him down. I think they need a bigger black. The only thing Nightfall is afraid of is this Doom.
Yeah.
So he's going to be looking out for him unless he gets that Lincoln Sphere. Then it's going to be a bit more easier for him. Doom is missing. They're pinging it out. They know that he does not have buyback.
Yeah, they need more time, EG. Keep on scaling. But with Aegis and Aghanim Shard in the hands of Team Spirit, this Monkey King has been an immense threat with the Wukong's command. So good at creating a zone that's like impenetrable for EG. Like, yeah, you blink, you black hole, okay, you've got a coil, but my Wukong's defeats you all.
Doom did pick up the Shard already, so there is Shard available. The only one who does not have Shard is Void Spirit, so I mean, Monkey doesn't have it, but he does not want it.
It's not that amazing on him. I mean, Void Spirit with the Dissimulate, super nice to have. And Collapse just going to hold it for now, though. Arbed getting out of the Nimbus and the catch of the Monkey. Wants his own Lincoln Sphere. Once those Lincolns are done, EG become a completely different beast.
To restore the void within.
Much more able to freely play the team fights as they see fit. That's Scardy now. He might sell off his Echo Saber in a few minutes.
Oh, there's still Midas to sell.
Like I said, disassemble Echo into this Bloodthorn.
Yeah, most likely. And also, we're getting very close to level 25 on Monkey King, holding that Aegis for 3.5 minutes, so he's definitely gonna get it. Then the team fights become even more difficult. Like, everything gets hit by Wukong's, slow down, applies this, so...
Yeah, and I guess with this extra Ogre Axe, he can turn it into an Aghanim Scepter at some point. So he's got ways to use all the items he's got. Well, it looks like I think he sold it. He sold the Ogre Axe.
No, it's on the courier. Near the secret shop. Oh, did he?
He sold it, yeah. It's gone. Because he had it all there, now it's Mage Slayer. And the remaining components of that Orchid and Bloodthorn. EG. Yep, again, under their own vision. Sentry from Miposhka clears it out, and they'll try and catch the Dazzle, but can't be done. Drifts away with his Force Staff. And now it's EG under the boot of Team Spirit being pushed back and hemmed into their own base. They need to keep these Observer Wards up so they can see where the Doom is. Where's the Zeus doing damage from as Crit is blown up under the Nimbus. Arteezy thinking about sending the bear forward, but Yatoro and Toronto, Tokyo.
They're ready to jump in.
So
If
ready.
Bear gets close, there's this one ward again, scouting things out. Arteezy will go for Nimby. Just in case someone decides to jump in.
Well,
now he doesn't have it.
He's used it, and now they're jumping after it. He does have Lincoln's Lotus placed on him, pops the ulti as well. 50-second cooldown expended there as Arteezy incredibly afraid of Team Spirit's aggression.
They were ready to back him up. That Lotus Orb and Lincolns that you mentioned, and also Enigma having a black hole.
BKB blink Lincolns on the Enigma, yeah.
The good
Ready
old
to strike.
Blinkins.
And does Puck have Lincolns as well? 100 gold away from it. So this timing, 38, 39 minutes in, should put a bit of pep in EG's step.
Penta Edge Sword found by EG. Spirit Bear will be holding that one. And Arteezy, most farm hero at the moment. Big Boy Philly, extra gold kicking in. He's been holding that for 20 minutes now.
Yeah, he's had it the entire time, hasn't he? He's ahead of the Doom, which is always a surprise in itself. Oh, hello. Wukong's Nimbus, Boundless Strike, Lincoln's Pop, the Hex as well. Arbed dead for 80 seconds, now Fly. Here's the next one on the meal ticket for Yatoro.
Big play from
Thinking about
Miposhka.
it.
Using Force Staff aggressively to proc that Lincoln's and then getting the Poison Touch.
And now the Yules into Remnant, catching out the Dawnbreaker. 2 heroes dead for over a minute.
Oh,
Alone
Arteezy's
through
here.
it. Arteezy,
He's alone.
He's walked into disaster. They're going to finish off the Bear, Doom up the hero, Toronto Tokyo, Astral Step, the Black Hole does catch out the Doom, but Toronto Tokyo jumped away. They only find Collapse, and he's graved up. He's perfectly fine.
And he, collapsed. A bit of a different thinking this time around. He was thinking about getting a Refresher as his next item, but decided to go for Aghanim Scepter, which does apply Break, so there's no Demolish, there's no Entangling Claws on Lone Druid in the true form.
Radiant's
Look like
middle tower
Toronto
is under
Tokyo is
attack.
trying to find Crit, but he's already TP'd home.
Mira, position 4 Zeus, 40 minutes in, Aghanim's Shard, and a full Refresher. Level 23.
Oh,
Radiant's middle tower
beast.
has fallen.
Puck buying up the tome.
He wants that 25, wants to be able to pierce through BKBs, hold him in place for potential. Enigma, Black Hole. We haven't seen like good saves from Tusk this time around. They die so quickly. It's very difficult for you to jump in and just save someone. Also, your Blink Dagger is getting cancelled by Zeus. Because Mira, every single time he senses something is up, he's not saving that ulti for anything. He wants to provide vision for his team.
Yeah, that intel, so valuable to them. And it's the speed at which Team Spirit, without even communicating, they see a hero or they see a group of heroes and they immediately know.
How do you know they're not communicating? They're
No,
just
it's as if they don't have to. It's as if they don't have to communicate. They just know they've got like telepathic links between them. They see a group of heroes, like, right, we're going to cast XY spell on XY hero perfectly, and they just disappear.
They've been on point with spellcasting, but again, gonna say Miposhka. He's been on point with Graves and how many wards he managed to kill. EG, it also comes down to having Zeus on the team. That helps out quite a lot, but EG's vision has been
lacking.
It was lacking, definitely.
It's a difficult one for Fly. He's being cancelled out as he tries to take the outpost. And Nimbus, it will be a bonus 125 gold for him, though.
Miposhka can keep the distance, having Ether Lens, having Force Staff to be able to close out the gap, and we see what we can do. Proc that Lincoln's on puck, get Poison Touch, that 2-second silence, silence / hex.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I restore my connection.
Smoke again, and immediately.
Thunder God's Wrath. That gives the vision. EG trying to reposition themselves. Arteezy goes into ult form. But Team Spirit are beelining for top lane. Creep Wave has already met the tier 3 with a couple of catapults there. So EG are the ones that really have some difficult choices to make. Go for tier 2, yeah, but you're going to start losing your high ground incredibly quickly.
Your tier 3 tower, Glyph already forced. Is this going to be a race base?
It looks like it might be.
Race, let's go. Always down for that. Nah, Team Spirit's going to TP back. Oh, Nimby!
Who's it caught? It's caught Arteezy. Collapse, BKB's up, blink in a second. They're trying to move in towards them. The two-man Boundless, and now the Wukongs as well. Arteezy, he's dead.
You have a small circle, and you also have a big circle. Like 2 small circles and a Wukong's command. He used Refresher, provided vision. Mira on the Zeus, involved in 29 out of 34 kills. Pretty impressive.
Oh, it's 80 seconds without your lone druid now, and he's not got buyback or anywhere near it. A Yule's Remnant here from Toronto Tokyo is going to find maybe a bonus kill. The Shiva's Guard to slow down Fly. Dawnbreaker came in to try and save the Tusk's life. Arbed jumping in and out, toying with Team Spirit, but they will pick off the Dawn in the end. Buyback is available on Fly, but they're still looking at Team Spirit running at your base.
They need to poke. They need to check whether Arteezy has buyback or not. It's very difficult to say at this point of the game, considering how much farm he was getting. And it's time to knock on their tier 3 towers again.
Yeah, looks like Zeus down bottom, just going to try and shove things out. He's got that global presence from the Nimbus, but 40 seconds left on Thunder God's Wrath cooling down.
Big Midnight Pulse. Gigantic AoE plus a Wraith Pack. Seems like Spirit's gonna
Just chill.
chill and go inside the pit. 20 seconds, that's more than enough to kill this Roshan if they start immediately. It's a refresher as well, so potentially another Doom, another Wukong's command, even like 3 ultis from Zeus plus 3 Nimbus. Nimbai.
You know you Greek very well.
It's Greek/Latin, not sure which one, but it is what it is. Dyer using a scan.
Or is it Nimbodies?
Not gonna be there on time.
No way for EG to get there fast enough. And Yatoro, no memeing this time. Roche is up. It isn't the Monkey King mischiefing himself into Roshan form. The evil geniuses. Maybe an opportunity though. So they see Collapse. Well, look at that quick jump. The black hole only on the Doom. Try and focus Collapse, but this Wukong's command so powerful at zoning EG back. Miposhka and Collapse will both die, but they're going to buy back up on the Doom, and Yatoro focusing in towards Arteezy, the lone druid. Battle Strike misses. Yatoro will finish him off with one more swipe of the bow staff. In they move towards the poor fly Dawnbreaker now. As Team Spirit swipe down with sweet vengeance.
Couple of buybacks needed to use on Team Spirit to secure this fight. In 80 seconds without Lone Druid, they do have Aegis. Now it's time to see whether he has buyback or not. Enigma does not have Black Hole available. Getting very close to Refresher. If he sells Windlace, if he sells Magic Wand, and farms another wave, he might have it.
He's hoping he can sell the Vambrace and the Ninja Gear as well.
Oh yeah, so sell neutral items.
Sell the neutral items to get even more money. Oh, Nightfall. Collapse is chasing.
That was close. That was super close.
Gets back to Fountain. A couple of hundred away.
Radiant's top
80
tower is
away,
under
sorry,
attack.
from a Refresher Orb. And there's the finished item.
This could be crucial. This could be game-changing if he refreshes, and never mind, crit. They focus him down. Damage from Yatoro is pretty nuts at this point of the game.
Yeah, it's bonkers stuff. They do have buyback on the Tusk, though. Something that Crit could utilize. Tier 3 down in the top lane.
20 seconds with no Arteezy.
That's 20 seconds where EG will just let buildings fall. Allow the structural damage to be done by Team Spirit.
Radiant's
Don't commit
top
to anything until Artur is alive. They've got Spell Prism, level 25 talent on the puck.
Radiant's top
The catch, though, Lincoln's popped. Our bed, phase shift. Can we jump away from this? Oh, just about.
Very close. And the Zeus now has Octarine,
Radiant's top
level
barracks are under
25.
attack.
Man, these Zeus players from position 4, they really know how to farm, how to keep the distance. He's almost as farmed as Puck at this point of the game.
So you're going to start flaming them, these Zeus players.
Nah. Disgusting, using Heavenly Jump to get out of trouble.
Mira's going to jump across the map and get back towards the EG base. Still have 2 minutes 20 on Aegis, Cheese on the Void Spirit, and Refresher Shard over on Collapse's Doom. Aiming for a Refresher Orb himself. I'm not sure what that tip's for. But Nightfall. Oh, it's a misclick. There we go. This isn't a misclick. That's a big jump in. The black hole is onto the Monkey King, and the Void Spirit of the Grave may be able here to save up the Monkey. Does have the Aegis as well as backup. EG not losing anyone just yet. Well, our bed toys are the backlines. Monkey King does die the first time.
Does
while
have a
Miposhka
BKB.
hides in the tree line. Mira zaps back in
And
towards
another
Unaware,
one.
but the black hole is there again. Monkey King caught up, Grave, but he's gonna turn. The BKB Wukongs, he's still healing up.
It's not gonna be enough.
He's gonna be taken out by Arteezy Crit though.
Big play from Nightfall. Also, I love that he wrote misclick. I look at the screen, I'm not looking at what's happening. I'm reading the chat. Suddenly, he lands a perfect black hole. A little bit of a distraction there, but it worked out in the end. Also, double damage spawn bottom.
Oh, the DD. Did they see it? Give it to Bear. Oh, come on, EG. Fly will scout it out. Send the Bear down here. Give
no
him the
one
double
has
damage
buyback
rune.
on their side. 60 seconds until
This-
Monkey King.
this is
Gary,
game.
this is game. They're just gonna go and end the game. They're gonna poke, see what happens.
What do you mean poke? That's not poking. The buildings just cease to exist. The
they're
bear
still
is
thinking.
destroying them so quickly. Tier 4s, here we go. EG gonna
They got
finish off the
nothing.
game. There's nothing to stop them. Oops, yeah. Go on, EG, finish it off. Team Spirit
but
in such a
buybacks are
dominant
available.
position have just lost everything. GG's called.
What an ending.
What?
I mean, you have the best hero in the game to close out the game like this. I guess they got baited by the misclick.
That's ridiculous scenes.
I cannot believe that they managed to make a turnaround play. Big plays from Nightfall on Enigma. Being
Holy
able to
crap.
lock down. No cheese popped by Void Spirit. He did have a full Wind Waker. Didn't get the chance to use it.
Yeah, and going back to what the panel was saying in our opening statements before the game, right? EG with a lot of pushing power from the Lone Druid and the team fight to back it up. Enigma with that surprise refresher orb. Team Spirit
he
didn't know what
got
hit
him in
them.
the end. I don't know. I think Team Spirit needs to take
We
a
can hear our
minute or
voices
two.
going up. What just happened?
Yeah, definitely need to sit down and figure out what happened. But maybe panel has to say about what happened in this game.
Yeah, over to them.
All I have to say is everyone should listen to Lizard and Gods more often. Both of you guys predicted this EG win, and in such a fashion as well. That final fight was crazy. We're going to talk about the final fight eventually, because ultimately I want to focus on the fact that EG had a really rough start to this, and what you pointed out, Lizard, was that Spirit can kind of struggle towards the middle of the game, and that is what we saw play out here in Game 1.
Yeah, they definitely struggled a little bit in the mid game, a couple of those fights. First and foremost, the game was absolute pleasure to watch.
Oh yeah, start to
Constant-
finish.
The finish,
Yeah.
for NA fans, I guess.
There's
it
a lot
was
of
fun.
salty people in the Twitch chat now.
Yep.
A lot of people deleting their comments from earlier in the game.
What
Let's
airport are
scrub
you
that.
talking about? We're in NA. It's not necessary. But yeah, like in that mid game, there was one crucial fight with the double damage on the bear that kind of turned it back into EG's favor. They had a really rough opening, really rough laning stage. It didn't work out for them. But that fight brought it back a little bit. And it matters a lot because you're playing against an Enigma. And every single item is crucial. You get that BKB, it doesn't really matter. There's still a Doom against you. But once that Lincoln's comes into play and then a refresher, bit by bit they got to this place. They got to the end game that they were able to take.
Yeah, I want to, I guess, talk about, mid-game, great, but this fight here that we're seeing on our screen, Gods, I want you to walk me through just how well it went for EG and why.
I mean, the big thing, Black Hole, Nightfall, this guy, absolute beast here, playing around, like, on the high ground too. They have the vision up, so they see Spirit coming. Even though Spirit had the Zeus ultimate, it just isn't a fight that they can really take when EG already have a positional advantage. And I think what is really good here, refresh Black Hole, obviously Nightfall carries the fight, but look what Abed's doing. He's at the top of this fight. He's keeping Zeus away. This Zeus is the guy, he's got Octarine, Axe, Refresher. He's dishing out so much damage, but by this point, I think Abed's recognized, I gotta treat this Zeus like he's a core. Like, he's sitting back there dishing damage. I can't just let him cast spells. So while Nightfall is, winning the fight, Abed's doing some little things off to the side to really make sure it turns out well for them.
Most of these fights, it was Mira that actually would manage to take them into Spirit's favor, right? He's the one that stays alive, dishes out damage. I've seen a couple of team fights in the mid game where he dished out like 5,000 plus.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
quite a bit.
Mirrors the post 4, right? But he's gone 10-5 on this Zeus, which is better than Collapse, their post 3, and almost as good as Yotoro, who was their post 1. So this is a crazy performance from him. Kind of shows the importance of Zeus, even though they didn't win the game with them. I think the other key thing that was interesting was they didn't have those buybacks at the end of the game for Spirit.
We don't talk about that.
Look, we don't? Look, I'm going to talk about it because everyone
course.
loves to give EG a lot of shit. They've been getting flamed to constantly. What the hell was Spirit doing there at the end? They took that fight into EG with high ground without buybacks. Void Spirit was 400 gold short. They had multiple here. You're playing into Refresher Enigma. Like, how do you choose to take that fight when the game is kind of in your control?
Is it a little bit of cockiness or something?
It has to be.
It has to be because they had the Aegis, right? They had the Aegis, they had the Cheese, they had Wind Waker as well. So they're thinking, even if we do get Black Hole, we're just going to save one of these teammates out of the Black Hole and then continue off of that. What they perhaps didn't expect is the double Black Hole, the refresher. Because
had they not seen it then? I'm not sure.
I'm not 100% sure, but Nightfall was hiding himself on the high ground for the majority of the game.
That was the other thing I wanted to highlight is, sure, that last fight, a lot of things didn't go in favor of Spirit and a lot of things went in favor of EG, but Spirit had a lot of options and potential before that fight to close out the game. Why were they struggling so much to break that high ground and actually close it out before that fight took place?
They overcommitted a bit. I think even before some of the high ground fights, they were like, there was the fight where Arteezy had the double damage on the bear, which I think was like, that was like the first big turnaround for EG. They were still behind, but just fights like that where Spirit, they're like, oh, we're 5v3, we can go jump in, we can make something happen. And it, was an overcommitment. They kind of trickled in one by one and just let Arteezy shred them apart.
Do you think that they were a little bit indecisive there on the high ground push, right? Because of the Enigma.
You had to play scared.
Yeah, they had a couple of moments in which Arteezy does not have a buyback. They're 5v4, but they're still not pushing into because of what?
Well,
Midnight Pulse and Raid Pact. It is difficult.
There was I don't remember if it was Gareth or Lucas, but both of them were pointing out the fact that they didn't really know if Arteezy was going to have buyback. They didn't really know how to bait it out if he did have it. So I think it wasn't indecisiveness. They didn't really know the state of where EG were, where his farm was, all that sort of stuff is pointed out by Lucas. So yeah, there was definitely some indecisiveness on the side of Spirit, but EG, how do they keep this momentum going for the next game?
I don't know how it's funny because it's like you say, they finally get that, like, it's a sigh of relief. You got your first win. Like it's a big, like, I mean, I don't know about confidence booster because they were
I
losing
don't
that
think
game.
it's a confidence booster. Not at all, but
it's very much like a man. Whew.
Yeah, it's a definite sigh of relief after a game such as this one, because you're feeling good. At least this game wasn't completely in Team Spirit's control. Right? They put up a really decent fight on the side of EG. Throughout the game, they had good team fights. It was so enjoyable to watch Black Hole. Then Yatoro follows up with the Wukong's command. Like Parker and me, we were actually thinking that EG had an advantage when it came to team fights.
Yep.
For like half of the game, it didn't truly look that way. Just because Spirit did find a way to deal with the Black Hole. That was.
They were getting good dooms off for most of the game, and like you say, the Wukong's just being dropped meant that it felt like EG couldn't couldn't fight around Black Hole the way teams normally do.
Well, it is only game one, despite you guys not thinking that this is a confidence booster for EG. It potentially could be. It's the first win. It's up against Team Spirit. We are going to jump to a break. We'll come back. It's game two between these two teams.
Toro here from Spirit, who's going to give it his best shot. Now, I'm going to give you this. You can see the names you've got to pick. We're starting with your carry. You could choose yourself in this one. Are you going to do it?
I'm going to pick it up Ame.
Okay.
$5, yeah. Because it's Ame.
Because it's Ame, that's it. All right. So for mid, where are we going after this and how much are you going to spend?
Then we're going to pick BZM because $3 is $3. Yes, we know.
Money, yeah.
Yeah.
$3 is $3. Okay, we've got 2 so far. Off lane?
3-3.
Okay, another $3 spent.
Yeah.
Reason for 3-3?
To my opinion, he's the best offlaner, and I'm very wonderful why he's not 5, but okay.
All right, you spent $11 so far. You got $4 now for your support players, though. Where are we going with soft?
We're gonna pick Matthew because he some game in public carry me on the Ember Spirit +4, so we got it, and then Solo.
Oh, you're even saving money. So you've done a $14 team. Okay.
Yeah, Solo because he's one of the best. He's not a 5. Some why I don't know. That's
You don't agree with how much they're costing, but you've made yourself a cheap team. If this team was to go to TI, where would they place at the next TI, this team that you've built?
18.
Wow.
Maybe 16, because they all speak on the different languages, but
So the language barrier will be the problem.
yeah. But if they actually gonna on TI, it's also a great result.
If they can get to TI, that's going to be a positive with it. Yotaro, thank you very much for building your team. $14 spent out of the 15. He's even saved money while doing it. Pretty impressive. $1. If you want a sub, you want to choose anyone else for a sub?
For sub?
Yeah, just have a sub now. You
Oh, Fishman. Yeah.
I love it. Fishman coming in as the sub as well because he had money left over.
He'll be standing. Yeah. Somebody gonna sick, he'll help.
If anyone's sick, any problems, we got Fishman in there last minute. I like how it's done.
also gain a win in this best of 2, but what do you guys here on the panel think that they're going to have to change up to get the win?
Do they need to change a lot?
They were winning that game for 99% of it.
Yeah.
99!
So let's change the 1%.
Okay, what is that 1% then? Is it that mid-game? Do you think they gave a little bit too much rope?
With a lot of talent, always comes that 1% of craziness. And I feel like that's what they rolled in this match.
Yeah.
Because they had so many team fights in which they own. They just do everything correctly. Then they push it a little bit too far.
Yep.
They go into that lone druid with the double damage,
Yeah.
or they go onto the high ground without having buybacks.
It's one of these, we were saying before, it's like there's certain heroes you're playing against late game, like a Refresher, Enigma, or Refresher Doom. These are the heroes. Late game Dota is just crazy, and like there's stuff like that that just instantly kills you.
Yep.
You have to have buyback. Like you can't take that fight without buyback. They'd use some of their buybacks at the earlier fight to secure themselves a Roshan, but that's fine. And just because they have an Aegis just doesn't mean you have to go force a fight. You just chill.
Yeah. All right. You know, wanted them to play a little bit more patient, or would you actually just like of them to speed it up a lot more?
It's weird because I feel like either one could work. It was almost like there was like some indecision or somewhere in the middle where they're like, at least in the mid game fights, where sometimes they would some would jump in, but not everyone else would follow. It just felt like they were a bit out of sync.
They were waiting for that Aegis, waiting.
They got it.
And they got it, and then they used all their gold. And they had no. I can understand why, because they had the tools.
Yeah.
It's just that EG executed the fight perfectly, but truth has to be said. Team Spirit did allow them. Did allow them to. They allowed that perfect scenario for EG to.
And I don't mind the idea of like if they're on the same page, Spirit, like we can take this fight with Aegis. We just need to jump the. It almost felt like that's what they were trying to do. They popped the Zeus ult to get vision. They see EG on the high ground. They instantly try and jump this Enigma, but he was just instantly BKBing black holing on the spot to not let himself get caught. Like yeah, exactly. It's like he knew
had the foresight.
They're like, okay, they see me. I just gotta cast this first ultimate because I'll get a second one off.
Yeah, the draft is about to come up. It is in fact now on our screens for this game too, and I have to ask the question. EG kind of got a little bit steamrolled when it came to those lanes. Is there a way that they can draft 4 better lanes, and should they be doing that this time?
I don't think that their lanes, the heroes themselves, were that bad in the first game. It's just that sometimes it happens. You get outplayed a little bit. You're playing versus a team such as Team Spirit. In Eastern Europe, lanes. That's it. That's it.
Like, lanes is the whole game, and then you just close it out.
1v1 SF. That's it. That's the only thing that matters.
But it's also stereotypically the NA and EG way too. Like the teams there always talk about like, oh, you got to win lanes because otherwise, you get steamrolled by EG and Quincy Crew now Soniqs. So it's like usually EG are great in lanes.
Something happened in that last game. Something happened, and Team Spirit definitely got away a bit too much. They were 6-7k ahead, 15 minutes in. It shouldn't be happening. Like you're playing on such a strong back foot that it's very difficult to come back into the game.
Yeah. All right, well, looking at this draft now, one thing that really sticks out for me is the fact that EG has banned the Dazzle. Spirit aren't going to be able to pick it up for themselves here. Do you think it was enough? Do you think it was a menace enough in game 1 that EG should be banning it in first phase and letting something else through?
We were discussing Dazzle, right? Like in the pre-draft of the last game. And I do believe that this hero will be contested even more than he is right now. Maybe it is worth it to ban him out.
It might be a big part of why they lost those lanes, because Dazzle is a very strong lane. Poison Touch is just so annoying to play.
And also, when it comes to Dazzle, maybe it's not the case for every single team in the tournament. But if you look at EG and Spirit, it's definitely highly contested, yeah. It's that tier 1 or first phase material hero.
What can we expect from Spirit's opening now that Dazzle isn't there, though? What else is a strong laning support that they would like to open with? Because they're going to open with not even a support.
They'll probably get support with it, although there's consideration for other roles. I like the idea of something with some lockdown. I mean, Dazzle, part of the strength is that the shard that you get now. You've got that Hex, which is just so strong in the mid game. But yeah, I'm not sure what their other go-to 5s are going to be.
Yeah, there's still that Sky left in the pool. Puck instantly got countered multiple times in Eastern European DPC with Void and Sky pick. There's Void Sky, there's Void Lion, Void Shadow Shaman.
I mean, Winter Wyvern's still in the pool, Phoenix is there, Warlock's there. Do you like any of them when it comes to laning a bit more?
Yeah, it depends what their takeaway is. Like, do we need more team fight? And Phoenix, there we go.
Good job.
Called it.
You did your research. To me, this is like their takeaway from the last game is let's draft a bit more team fight, because I don't think this is like the Phoenix isn't a strong laner. It's not an answer to the puck, but I think it's just like a, yeah, this game dragged on, and EG is this team that will play more for some late game timings. Even with some of their Lone Druid, Nature's Prophet drafts, their games drag out. Let's make sure we pick some late game team fights with our supports.
And then the retaliation, I guess, from EG now is this Viper. Where do you feel it's going to go? Do you like it because we don't know where it's going to go?
Overall, we've seen a ton of Viper being banned out, right? Like recently, it's been in the seasons, it has been drafted a lot. I prefer the Viper on the offlane. I'm really not the biggest fan of that position 5 Viper and whatnot. What it does is it denies Spirit multiple heroes that they could pick. Anything that Tate's playing against Break now is probably not going to get picked by Spirit, so your PAs, your Bristlebacks, your Monkey Kings probably are out of the picture. And also you do get a strong laner. Like Gods just mentioned that Phoenix is not a good laner. That's an understatement. He's like the lane is terrible with him because he's been nerfed. The hero has been nerfed just so many times.
Do you remember when it came out? The most OP laning hero in the game.
Well, a certain person on this panel might have spanned like 500 games of Phoenix back then.
I still look at my Dota set sometimes, and my Phoenix is like 80% win rate because I just played it when it came out.
No,
And you just haven't touched it since?
Yeah, I got there. It's like, okay.
I just love all these 5s that have a cool ultimate ability, right? And Egg is definitely cool. Plus, there was just so much you could do with the hero. And easy MMR points, of course.
That was the main selling point for you, let's be real.
Of course.
Okay. Well, is there anything as we're heading into the end of the bans that you would like to see banned out that we saw in Game 1?
Some of the heroes from Game 1, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a different approach to the drafts from both of these teams. There isn't really a lot of ambiguity as well between them, right? Like you have this Void Spirit and Phoenix, so you kind of know this is your mid lane and your position 5. So the bans can be more precise from EG, and that's what they're doing as well.
It seems like Spirit's trying to protect the Phoenix a bit. Like, you know, Jug just carrier Arteezy likes to play, but also something good against the Phoenix. Same for the Earth Spirit is good against Phoenix and the Void Spirit. So at least for Spirit, they're less worried about like what EG's overall strat is, and they more just want to, you know, cover
10 seconds remaining.
Okay. I mean, this time around the Beastmaster and the Lycan is being banned out, EG banning them out. Again, something that Eastern Europe likes, and also Spirit, they really, really, really like those summons, things that can really push objectives a lot on Spirit.
It's something that they have in common with the Chinese region. They obviously respect the Chinese teams a lot. You could see it from multiple of their interviews, right? And Lycan plus Beastmaster, those are the flavor of the last patch.
It also suggests even more strongly Viper's going to be a core, because Viper hates playing against these summon heroes. Like, you just get run at and you're like, I'm single target. What do I, you can drop your Nether Toxin, but like those summons are just going to destroy you. So.
Yeah, you can't really do a lot as Viper.
Spirit going to be opening this picking phase. What would you like to see? Are you expecting the Phoenix to be 5, and then we're looking for a 4 being picked up here? Something a bit more versatile?
It could be a Mirab Phoenix as well. Like they're capable definitely of playing Phoenix on that 4. I don't think it changes things quite a lot, as long as you just draft what you feel is the best for your lanes right now on that 5. We've seen even some Warlock Phoenixes recently. Like it's possible. Like, you can make this ultimate combo wombo from just your 2 supports.
Yeah. And would you like to see that really go into the team fight on the side of Spirit, or hoping that they don't go too heavy-handed on that for the draft?
I think you definitely want a bit more. You want something to play around the egg. You want some control to lock people down and keep them like around that kind of supernova area. I think the other thing that could also help them with more just team fighting control is going to be making sure you have enough lockdown to deal with a puck. This here is so slippery and annoying.
Very true.
And for EG, if you do have this Viper on the offlane, you want to have a 4 that's melee again. So we're looking at your Clockworks, at your Tusks, perhaps once again. Anything like that, if the Viper is the position 3. Even if it's a 5, like that position 4, those types of position 4s complement him very well.
Bring back the Shaker. I love me some Shaker, you know?
Yeah, I know you're such a big fan of that Shaker, especially after...
I heard your panel, you were talking about it quite a bit. You enjoyed it. We do get the Clockwork.
Yeah, I was going to say, it goes to the other side. Is it something that works into Spirit's lineup, or is it going to be one of those deny picks where they're like, oh, we could see this working for EG, it kind of works for us, let's make sure we can take it away because we can't ban it?
what it is they know EG were going to pick Shaker. And they're like, if they pick Shaker, we lost this game. We need a counter to Shaker. Like, let's...
Where is this love from Shaker coming from?
I love the passion gods. It's great. You should give a masterclass, or at least LGD kind of already did that.
Yeah. They go with a Chen. All right. Like the moment you see Clockwork as well, Chen has been popular. I always enjoyed the Chen plus Puck, by the way, combination too. You can't run away from him once that first onslaught starts to happen. Once you start pressuring towers, you can't run away from Puck and Dreamcoil. So at the same time, I have to say that Clockwork is a bit better versus Chen than he used to be because of the battery assault changes.
It's definitely better, but it's not like it's solved.
It's not great, yeah. It's not like you're solving the Chen.
It's so hard to get good hook shots off and to fight into the Chen. It definitely feels kind of tricky. And I think one of the other things is Spirit's draft right now, it's kind of low on damage. And I always feel like Chen feels great against these drafts that don't have crazy burst because Hand of God, like you're almost, anyone gets initiate on, you can almost always save with that Hand of God. So at least I'm looking at this right now, I'm like, yeah, Spirit needs some firepower.
All right, so we really like that Chen pick there. EG, doesn't matter, it is Snapfire. Snapfire being picked up for them, which again proves where the Viper is going to be going. It's very unlikely that the Snap is going to be a 3.
Yep, pretty unlikely.
No melee support with the Viper though. At least it looks like a Snapfire Viper lane.
Yeah.
Do they have enough lockdown on the side of EG right now?
They have catch. Do they have enough lockdown? Perhaps not. Perhaps not the greatest. But they do have some combos, right? Like you have the Puck, you have the Mortimer's Kiss from the Snapfire coming in, another Toxin to spice it all up a little bit. Oh!
Sniper coming out for Spirit.
Spicy. That is... I mean, there's...
You like that?
At least
it's
right
different.
now. It's different. I think it was Talon who played a sniper game in one. This hero is definitely underrated, and the one region that's still been picking a lot is Eastern Europe. I've seen a lot.
Yes.
By Division 1 and a lot of the Division 2 teams even, they were playing a lot of sniper.
You have to ban out anything that gets on top of you easily. Like your Spectres, I guess. Your PAs, perhaps, too.
Are they the main two that you're really nervous to face?
I'm just thinking about anything that can reach him easily, right?
Yeah. Void looks really good for EG too. Like Void with the Snapfire, it has some jump. Like especially once you get the shard, you get a pretty good range jump, and it's good against Void, Spirit, Phoenix, these other heroes. So I would personally love a faceless Void for EG.
And what would you like for Spirit to try and round out that draft?
Looking for the collapse hero, so I think
maybe
from their
some Mars
side,
again.
Yeah, they're looking for some team fight around the Phoenix. Like they've got decent team fight with Phoenix, but they kind of want, I think, somebody to frontline. Like you got Sniper. Any draft with Sniper, you want as many frontliners as possible. And right now, your frontline is just like a support Clockwork. He's going to be squishy. He's not going to get a lot of farm. So you need that BKB offlaner to like run in, create chaos and havoc, and let Sniper pew people down.
They do have the damage from the Sniper, from the Phoenix Void Spirit. I completely agree with what Parker has said. Just give them more frontline. More frontline, more vision.
Yeah, that actually makes me think of a good question. You said Spirit were lacking that damage before, now Clock, Sniper coming out. Is that less of an issue for you?
Yeah, definitely. Sniper is he's a glass cannon, right?
Yep.
The second part cannon. Eventually, he hurts real bad if he does get to that farm.
And you're worried about like maybe EG running over some of these lanes. Like Sniper is a pretty good high ground defender. That's one of the areas where I think Spirit typically have excelled. Is like they don't mind playing from the back foot, defending their objectives. And Sniper, you just chill, sit back, drop your shrapnel, and make life difficult for the enemy.
I just still love the pick. Like Sniper for me has always been this hero that you draft only in certain circumstances, like versus a Medusa and everything else is banned out. That's good against her.
Yeah.
But I have seen in Eastern Europe, I have seen it picked up a couple of times just for no reason, just like that. And it did well.
Like it. To be fair, I think one of the most notable games I remember from Eastern Europe is when there was a Pudge and a Sniper.
That sounds like my pubs.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I was like, what am I watching right now? It was crazy. Very unlikely we're going to see that though.
Yeah, they actually ban out the Void that you were talking about. It would make a lot of sense with the Mortimer's Kisses. They go with the Spectre.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah. I was going to say the other one that you said kind of needed to be banned out. It wasn't. EG just snap it straight up, the Spectre. Spirit, now they get the response. You said they need a body. What's good for protecting that Sniper, but also now really effective against EG's lineup?
Can they get Doom? Is Doom banned?
Doom is banned. It was
banned last time.
Yeah,
because you want something that goes in front, but also can at least cause issues for Spectre, I guess. Well, you're pairing with most likely Phoenix, so...
There's still the Mars that's left in the pool. You can think about your own draft and kind of...
Ignore Spectre.
Yeah, but that... ignore Spectre. Yeah, that doesn't sound that great.
Yeah. Bat Rider.
Last pick Bat once again. Okay. Like, I'm just so used to this hero being banned out.
That you're like, oh, it's still in the pool. How do you like it though? It doesn't necessarily do what you were saying in terms of protecting the sniper, like being extremely tanky, right? It's not always that, but do you like it for Spirit? Do you like it for Collapse?
It's still pretty solid. It gives you some defensive capabilities early on. You can itemize in a certain way in which you are frontlining, you are jumping in first. It's not all about your lasso. You're just out there creating a ton of space. And truth be told, after the Spectre pick, there's no frontliner that's going to save the sniper.
Okay.
The Haunt uses ulti. Frontline doesn't matter.
At that point, you want a playmaker, right?
Yeah, and it feels in some ways they're playing more to like sit back and let EG do their thing, because now along with Sniper, you've got Bat Rider, so you try and push into this draft, you're getting lassoed, pulled in, so it does feel like Spirit are happy to kind of play a more defensive, reactionary game here with their draft.
All right, last time I asked if you guys were all in, all the eggs in the NA basket. Is it happening again? Or are you a little bit more cautious about what Spirit's got?
With the Spirit having a sniper against Spectre, I have to lean towards EG again. The EG did not look like the stronger team, by the way, in game one.
Yeah.
They, like, honestly, they didn't. But I just believe in the Spectre versus Sniper pick.
I'm the other way.
Okay.
I'm a Sniper believer, I guess. It's rough for Spectre for sure, but I think they can at least do enough with these lanes, like Bat Rider, Phoenix. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can make Spectre's lane a little bit annoying here, so
All right.
I'll give it to Spirit here.
We're split this time. We'll see what the casters have to say, where their predictions lie, as we head over to Gareth and Lacoste.
Yeah, the panel split over Spectre and Sniper. Do you lean one way or the other? I'm a Spectre fan here against
You're a
Sniper.
Spectre fan. I like this Bat Rider pick. You know, in terms of carry-to-carry matchup, definitely favoring Spectre. But looking at this Bat Rider last pick, it's
cool
pretty
pick.
It's pretty similar to what OG did yesterday against Team Liquid. It's gonna be played from the off lane, so not gonna have as much XP. But I think the impact is still gonna be very similar. I would say, like, there's nothing to dispel. I think it's who was it? It was Beastcoast who played it during the last major. They ran Bat Rider 2 or 3 times from the off lane. It's not about getting the BOTs. Maybe Collapse wants to go a little bit more greedy, get that bots to be able to like match the global presence from Spectre.
Right, yeah.
But we saw the bongos getting the
Boots of Bearing.
Tranquils, the Boots of Bearing, and then getting a Blink Dagger BKB to be able to get the initiation. Because there's not many abilities that go through BKB, so I think that that's what he needs to be looking into. There's Viper Strike, but that's about it. And with the BKB, you don't care too much about it.
Yeah, on their side, they've got Hook Shot, they've got Lasso, and of course that Supernova from the Phoenix.
My concern is, did Team Spirit manage to recover from what happened
Mentally?
in Game 1? Yeah, I don't think they were ready for that. Not having buybacks, investing all of their gold into items, and EG just closed it out.
Yeah, I mean, 12k deficit at the end of that game as Fly getting pummeled down by the battery assault from Mira. And look at this, conga line of heroes in behind him. Gives first blood over to the Clockwork. Good start again from Team Spirit. As we saw in the previous game, they got first blood, they got a D-Ward, and they killed off the Spirit Bear. This time around, just that first blood so far. And Mira was looking for the Obs Ward. He spots Arbed, so he's not quite going to know for sure where the vision is.
Well, we'll not get it rewarded. Team Spirit will pick up 3 bounty runes as well. Arteezy not able to pick it up.
They collapse that little bit faster. And Arteezy coming to lane with very little mana, has already spent a lot throwing his daggers around. Oops. He will be laning up though with the Fly Chen. We've seen these heroes, the Chen, the Dazzle, the Warlock, all these sustain heroes, keeping your hard carries nice and topped up.
This might be difficult. This is Bat Rider plus Clockwork, so you have a stun, you have a slow. I don't know, because there's not a single stun. There is slow from Spectre, but you don't care too much about it. I think it's gonna be a very difficult lane for Spectre.
And a very straightforward one for Collapse, especially if Mira can manipulate creep wave and get the Spectre and the Chen away from the tower, so they've got that
They-
longer lane to chase.
Off lane from Spirit is not super strong level 1, but as you get levels, level 2, level 3, there is so much kill potential.
And then down bottom, Nightfall and Crit. Oh, Abed. Yeah, he's going to jaunt back to his tower, but already Toronto Tokyo laying it onto the puck very early on. And getting a range creep tonight. Always a big aspect of these mid lane matchups.
Same matchup as in the previous game. Abed did really well, considering that Toronto Tokyo started with 300 extra gold from killing that Spirit Bear, and did well, even had more CS.
That was a great showing. Nice collapse with the pulled wave. As Mira is going to play forward closer to the two Dire heroes. Try and get some denies in, get level 2 himself. And now it's Abed again. Just getting caught by these remnants out of Toronto Tokyo and running low on resources. As the bottles should start to be delivered now. On Nightfall, under the shrapnel, Miposhka, Cookie in a pond, doesn't have the dive anymore, so dead. Under the damage from Crit. Not an easy one here for the Sniper and the Phoenix, is it, against this Viper Snapfire? So much damage in the first couple of levels from EG.
They had to choose which lane they want to go for, because Sniper plus Clockwork, it's super strong lane, but so is Batrider. Batrider Phoenix doesn't sound too great, and they wanted to sacrifice Yataro's farm a bit more.
Right, because with Clockwork, you trap them in the cogs, you Firefly over. Oh, that Purge against the sticky Napalm.
Oh, that's
You can cast
big.
it on allies, can't you?
Yeah, that's big. Game over, lane over.
Flies found the creep. Just put it in behind her. Behind Arteezy.
They will need to gank this creep. Call Void Spirit right now. Gank that creep.
Go kill it quickly. Well, maybe Mira's job there, if you can see it. Fly keeping it very well hidden in the trees near his own tier 1. No way of finding that. Oh, there's the draft, if any of you have forgotten what heroes were picked. Clockwork, gonna look for the Courier Snipe.
Good body
from
block.
Fly.
Oh,
Nicely
this
done.
is dangerous.
Still gets it taken out, though. And the Purge creep there, showing off his beautiful little ability.
Thanks, Purge.
They're pinging it. Just keep it there, keep it hidden, keep it secret
Kill
and
it.
safe.
Commit with Firefly and stick in a palm, get rid of it.
Well, he's going to purge himself in the end, isn't he?
It's 3 seconds cooldown.
Hey, what he can cast, like 4 or 5 of them as well. He's got the mana pool just to keep pumping them out.
Mira doing a very good job denying CS from Spectre. Spectre getting only the small one, and this might be the kill on Arteezy.
Where's the Purge creep? Go on, get rid of the sticky napalm. Down to
Ooh,
one
does not
stack
catch
now.
him inside.
I don't care. Spectre handed over the Tango. Yeah, Batrider 18-4. Void Spirit doing very well in the mid lane. But I'm looking at this Viper with 11 denies. Nightfall having a spectacular time bottom lane, and now he's kind of been left alone by the Snapfire, who's moved into the jungle.
Still a very difficult kill to get. Has 9 magic wand charges, is bringing Gloves of Haste as well to have a bit more attack speed and a kill threat. I don't think he dies here, unless there's a rotation for either Clockwork or Void Spirit. Nightfall is going to have a good time. Crit will be able to push him out with the Fire Snap Cookie if he gets in trouble, but so far so good for EG's offlane.
Yeah, doing very well indeed. And Sniper 13-2, really struggling to get the last hits he needs. Like the panel was saying, here's a glass cannon, needs to scale and get towards that mid to late game. It's Crit and Nightfall, yet again, pair up to find an easy one over the Phoenix, and they're going for the Sniper as well. Got the 4 stacks of the poison attack on him, but decide to just hold back for now.
And Spectre, with that Purge creep on top of CS right now, just following him, has 4, it's 120 mana, so he can use it 2 more times.
It's pretty funny. What are the chances of him finding that particular creep at the exact time he needed? Now he's got the mana burn creep.
Here comes the creep.
Dispel off the sticky, nasty napalm. And he's got his treads delivered as well. Very well done by
wish they
EG.
picked position 4 Pudge to be able to insta-kill that creep instead of Clockwork.
Well, who else? The Doom. Well, I guess it was banned
Mirana.
out. Plenty of them. Poshka diving forward. Nightfall has plenty of one charges here, so it looks like with crit killing
Will not even
Yatoro.
use it. Okay, well, just in case, but yeah, putting 2 points in corrosive skin, it's very good for trading. The sniper can't, every single time he tries to hit him, he's gonna get some damage back, so not really worth it.
So he's taking more damage than
Yes.
he's giving, unless he headshots. A regen rune bottled up by Toronto Tokyo, so another unfortunate situation for Abed's puck. And getting jumped on with the Ether Remnant there, Toronto Tokyo not afraid to dive under tier 1 and do a bit of chip damage, knowing he's got the regen to kind of weather through that damage of the tower.
Regeneration.
Collapse, not only having his napalms dispelled, but having his mana burnt as well. So now
Batrider does consume a lot of mana. You need to have it, and then now he's bringing 2 extra mangoes.
Oh, crit.
Creep still alive.
Scanner blast back, verifies up. Toronto Tokyo astral steps to finish the job. That's a dominating spree grabbed up by the Void Spirit. Collapse now. Trying to go again onto Arteezy. Purge creep. Where you
Another
at, brother?
purge available.
Come on
Remove that.
Get the napalm off you. Your buddy, the Spectre.
now he's
Collapse,
gonna go for it. There
focus
we
in,
go.
Kill the bloody creep.
Should have done that a long time ago. I believe that was the 2nd creep that he picked up,
Was
because
it
the
really?
creep had full mana.
Oh, man.
And now, let's see if Fly is going to be able to find another one. There it is. It's near the outpost. Another one is waiting. Didn't kill the full camp.
Yeah, Miposhka dying bottom is, you know, no news really. Sure, nice rotation from Abed, but yeah, it's all about this top lane, because we kind of memeing about it a little bit, but the fact that Batrider isn't having that complete free time is definitely a hindrance to Spirit's draft, because he's meant to be the space creator and the one that opens up the map for them.
He got the job done. Unfortunately for Spirit, they found the best creep in the game for this scenario.
Coil.
Still almost on top of
sniper.
CS.
Scanner blast and a little shredder there. Yatoro trying to get away from Abed and crit, but they'll dive in with the illusory orb and the finishing touch. Mirror and Toronto Tokyo trying to turn it back, but Nightfall's
Still gonna
arrival
die.
going to finish off the little clockwork now.
PG making all the right moves, being very aggressive, and on the top lane, again,
Kill the
Satyr
creep.
Banisher.
Kill the creep.
He's gonna follow it. Fly's like, yeah, I'll share the controls. If you need it, just use it. Arteezy getting some solo XP as well there, and yeah, in terms of CS on top of the chart, but as it goes for net worth, still very close to the top.
I think we should just follow that creep around the entire game. Yeah, Miposhka, he's a position 5 Phoenix hiding in the trees. Nightfall, Treads, moving into Dragonlance. Team Spirit would love to have that level 6 on the Phoenix as quickly as possible so they can start defending their objectives. And crit there has cracked 6 already, so with the Mortimer's Kisses, you know, as soon as Coil comes back up for Abed,
It's always gonna be a deadly combo. Void Spirit, not sure how he survives. Last time around he did by Yule Scepter. I think you need to be able to protect yourself. Fly, getting jumped.
yeah, but this could be an opening for EG. Abed, oh, he's just a little too far away. Trying to close the gap in towards them. Don't really want to just coil the clockwork,
And
but
there's the
maybe
coil.
here, in onto Miposhka, they find the Void Spirit, the kisses come. Coil is snapped, and Abed jumps with the Waning Rift to finish off Toronto Tokyo, getting to dissimulate in the Astral Step away. The poison attacks wear off, and he was on like 20 health.
Ooh, Mortimer's misses, Gary. They not connecting. He needed another globe.
Needed one more touch. Very fortunate for the Void Spirit. And am I seeing this right? Sniper is level 5, 10 minutes in?
He is level 5, yeah. I thought he just didn't skill ulti, but doesn't have that green thing near his name.
No, he doesn't.
Is under attack.
Now he's hit level 6 at long last. A difficult one for Spirit here. Net worth lead and kill difference, not a massive disparity between them, but Collapse dying top to the rotation in from EG. Crit and Abed everywhere on the map, pairing up together so beautifully.
Even though Arteezy has been level 6 for quite some time, does have that Haunt available, doesn't have enough mana. It's 150 mana, and it's also 3-minute long cooldown, so gotta be... You need some mangoes, you need some clarities.
Oh, hello, Mira. Level 4 clockwork. Haste Rune going to get bottled up by Abed, and this is a move in towards Toronto Tokyo now. Fly, with the help of the coil, has the snap and the stomp to chain stun the Void Spirit, and again, exceptional execution from EG.
EG all over the place.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good way, exactly. Also, Phoenix, I don't think they're going to get the value from Supernova. You have Viper, who does have a lot of attack speed, and also you have a point in Lil Shredder. So these, I'd say first 20 minutes, because right now Miposhka not having a good time, it's going to be very difficult for them to use this ulti.
Don't even bother using it. Dragon Lance coming for Nightfall. And with a catapult wave, they could maybe make a concerted effort to push this tier 1. And Chen is nearby with a little bit of an army that can help shove towards that tower. Yeah, it's a nice combination of creeps there. Centaur Stomp, we've seen that disable Chain Stun very nicely to complement the rest of his team. Alpha Wolf gives that nice burst pump of damage in towards the creeps. But Chen gonna get caught out here.
Does have that magic stick as well.
Magic stick not gonna be used. Gets a stomp onto the Phoenix. But no one backing up Fly. Well, up towards top. Collapse. Can't continue diving. Crit's arrival. And Abed's jump with a coil on Bat. Kiss is launched. And out come those globs of lava.
Pops
Not
drums,
gonna land
too
on the
far away.
Batrider, and he is speeding out of range.
Does have that wind lace, also has the Tumbler's Toy if needed. Mid lane, Nightfall might be in trouble. Hook shot, finally.
Yeah, the Phoenix with a bit of damage over from the side, but they are struggling to break through this Nightfall Viper until the sniper comes in with a peep and a kill on the Viper. Now a little Shredder though, finishing off the deny. Yatra denies the Supernova.
That's a big
What
play.
a sick play.
That's a play right there. He knows that the egg's gonna die anyway.
I didn't even know you could do
Lil
that.
Shredder. Yeah, you can do it.
I've played for 15 years.
You can't do it, but you know, others can. Yeah, these professional e-gamers, they know all the tricks.
Oh man.
Dire's top tower.
Well, that's one way to do it. Right, back into the jungle he goes, Mr. Sniper. Third place in net worth behind Viper and the Spectre. And EG coming back down bottom, really wanting this tier 1 tower, but Collapse is here to meet them. Lasso, the Firefly, stacks an napalm on the Spec. He's going to haunt to jump away, very quickly disengages from the Batrider. There's Mira a little bit caught here. Does cogs into crit, but Nightfall launch out the poison projectiles, take him down.
And Collapse gonna go down as well. Viper already has his number. This is gonna be tower for TZ. Team Spirit, they're a bit disconnected. They needed an extra hero. Looking at the heroes, I feel like Toronto Tokyo needs to be that one, because Yatoro is still recovering as Sniper. I'm not sure, because his abilities are on cooldown. He didn't have a single Astral Step, so I'm not sure if he was attacked by someone, because I was looking at the bottom.
Yeah, the puck kind of came across him, and Abed seemed to have no interest in fighting the Void Spirit.
Okay, so he just stopped Void Spirit?
It was like just jumping away from the puck, yeah. Abed and Crit smoked up, though. Every time Coil and Kisses are ready, they're going to make the move. Misses the Coil, though. There's the Astral Step again to disengage. Toronto Tokyo a little bit too speedy for them this time.
Yeah, one of those. You think that they have a ward, there's no way he could react that fast. And they don't. They do not have a ward there. It's like, oh yeah, they definitely do. I use that as an excuse all the time. Oh, good pullback.
The Hurricane. He's silenced up, but does get the Supernova as that expires. The hook shot catching Fly's Chen, and with the egg landing, great kisses.
Good kisses.
Oh, landing onto Miro and Toronto Tokyo, but he'll dissimulate himself out of range from that artillery once more. Abed with a DD rune still wants to get involved, and Nightfall also making his way forward. They're pressuring past the tower so Arteezy can hit the building.
Abed still 10 to 15 seconds left on that double damage. Needs to start hitting the tower. Or might be looking for Miposhka.
Yeah, trying to poke. See who they can lure out of position.
Looking for a play with Tumbler's Toy.
Nice flame break, lasso as well. Drag, crit snapfire back into the line of fire. Miposhka still survives.
That was close.
Very close though from crit as he almost landed on the
Casual
Phoenix.
cloak, keeping him alive. He also did pop a magic wand.
Is under attack.
Phoenix is the one holding Broom Handle.
Oh, armor's nice. And who else is going to take it?
Void Spirit does have Chipped West, so they should swap the items.
Yeah, maybe so.
Neutral items in 2 minutes anyway. Maybe, depending when you're going to farm them.
Yeah, I'll keep it as it is for now. And again, Team Spirit favored.
Precious. Happens all the time in everyone's pubs. Like, ah, look at this shiny little item. Just
I
gonna
was the
keep
one who
it.
found it. Finders keepers, Lacoste. Not gonna share my neutral items. Up to the high ground, Abed goes. Cookie.
Well, where is he?
He's jaunted to an orb.
Abed got lost there for a second with the cookie.
He's gone to the west, headed off to California.
If you can.
Collapse. He's got a catapult behind him, and it doesn't look like EG really in a position here to defend tower, as they are amassing their forces into that radiant triangle. De-warding as they go along as well. Some scribbling on the map there from EG, thinking about top tier 1 and then bottom jungle. Maybe the outpost is something they want to try and grab after a tier 2. As the Yule Scepter for Toronto Tokyo will arrive in just a matter of seconds.
That's going to be a big one, because he can dispel the silence, then use the simulate. Combo from EG with Mortimer's Kisses and Coil is not going to be as effective. Right now, underneath 2 observer boards.
And Dyer sees everything. They see Miposhka, they see Mira fly, spotted by the creep wave. Gets the hand of God out there, but this Sunray Supernova doing some serious work. Abed hunting the sniper, focusing the key targets. Void Spirit dying to the lava launched out from the Mortimer. And can't get himself away. Sniper's still able to stand his ground and do some serious damage though, but they're cooking forward. The Centaur in onto Miposhka and EG, they're blowing them up. Sniper's now being tanked by the poison attack, slowed to a crawl and taken out of the game.
Nightfall's going ham. He does not care about any of this damage right now. Way too tanky.
And Abed as well.
This might be a full team wipe.
It looks like it. He'll orb away. Poison attack's not going to be enough to finish off Mira. So he is safe up on his high ground by the tier 3, but still a 4-for-1 as Arteezy, the one hero to die in the midst of all that chaos.
Chen is so tanky. The amount of healing and the... Let's see how much damage he took. Pretty good damage. That didn't deal any, actually 0 damage dealt by Chen.
But he died.
Yeah, but he tanked quite a lot, using mech, using 20 magic wand charges, and Hand of God. The Sniper still doesn't feel too comfortable standing in the middle of the fight, and yeah, we're gonna see that again. Unfortunately, Void Spirit did not have enough mana to get the Simulate.
Fly dies at the very start.
Yule Scepter, I think a lot of players do get... like bad read how much mana it actually is. It's 175 mana. It's super expensive. It's a good item, but it's expensive in terms of mana cost.
You can see Arteezy there. He's got the blinkers on. He's just straight towards the sniper. Doesn't care if he dies. Do that dispersion damage and spill it out onto Team Spirit.
Viper full BKB coming to him. Didn't even bother disassembling Dragonlance. That's how confident he feels.
Oh yeah, tanking up even more. And Coil. Abed with a DD rune again. Cookie doesn't land to stun, but matters not. Yatoro dead once more. What's the sniper sitting at right now? 0, 4, and 6.
Still has same amount of farm as Spectre, who died only once and is involved in 7 kills. With Manta style, they do have enough to take down this Roshan. They do have sustain. Viper deals ton of damage and just overtime damage, double damage on Puck, plus a Witchblade, Penitence as well. So this one's gonna go down. Getting scouted, Rocket, Mira thinking about going in, finding a right angle.
But look at that barrier.
They already know.
Abed, he breaks the line, jumps onto Mira. Good cogs push back, but you've got the orb to jaunt to close the gap on the
So
Tin
far,
Man.
perfect game from Abed. Has that Fairy Trinket, has Witchblade about to finish. His Blink Dagger. They don't have enough catch. They are gonna struggle. Void Spirit, he's never gonna use Yule Scepter Remnant aggressively on Puck because there's still a bunch of saving stuff that they have. Mech, Hand of God, potentially Cookie. Yeah, Chen creeps like that. That's the MVP for me. That top lane was supposed to be going in favor of Team Spirit, but a little sadder Banisher, making things very difficult for Spirit.
Well, he's got another one. Let's keep him coming. We're now going into mid-game. Got Fiery Spirit, still have the sticky napalm to remove. Plenty of stuff to purge off your allies. And would you believe it? Again, it's the Puck and Snapfire show. They're pairing, smoking up together. Coil and Kisses once again. Grove Bow in the stash of Abed. Jumping forward towards Toronto, Tokyo. He's snapped the coil with the Yules.
Snapped the coil. Yeah, you need to
done.
be on the edge, but still silenced.
And the Haunt from Spectre arriving on the scene of the crime. Dead
Takes
for
a lot
40.
of skill. It's very difficult to execute that, but yeah. Toronto Tokyo does it, still dies. Haunt coming in. Just kidding, Haunt.
Look at that, yeah. Did jump himself in there. Aegis for 2 minutes 30. 3 minutes 30. A very tanky Spectre with the Essence Ring. Yatoro, he's going Deso after this Mom Dragonlance, so still no BKB, no defensive. Oh wait, no, hang on a second, he's changed his mind. I just saw a BKB recipe get purchased up by him. There it is. So he's going to disassemble Dragonlance and have now a defensive item, which it feels like he desperately needed.
Getting jumped by Puck. Also, Viper can close the gap. Has that BKB, has the Dragonlance, so very difficult to kill. They have like one ability that goes through magic immunity. That's Flaming Lasso. Supernova as well, but I don't think we're gonna see this Supernova go off in the fights. Collapse, smoked, ready to blink in, potentially drag someone down. Still 2.5 minutes left on Aegis Miposhka. This is going to get deported immediately.
Yeah, the ward on the high ground, but the Lasso and the Supernova there going to clear through Nightfall, even with a bit of a heal from the Chen. Crit going to jump out, the Cookie away. They've slowed him with that whip though, and finding the crit Snapfire, that high ground ward. The difference maker there for Team Spirit.
And also, Snapfire blinking in aggressively, trying to go for play with Lil Shredder to kill the egg, but getting stunned and not able to do it. Okay, this shows signs of life for Team Spirit. Their high ground defense is pretty nuts. This is Batrider that can drag you back into tier 4 towers, and having Sniper, having Clockwork with the maxed out rocket, and the Phoenix is getting levels. Finally gets that level 2 ulti, so it takes 8 attacks to destroy. Things are going to get much easier for him.
And the gem on the Phoenix as well, allowing him to deward this entire area. It always feels good though as the team going up against an Aegis to win a team fight like that, because that's a good 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes of that Aegis timer where EG won't be comfortable with a couple of heroes down. Still with an 85% win percentage there, even though it's a 1k lead. You know, 10 kill difference is meaningless as we go 20-30 minutes into the game.
Loves Spectre.
Spectre, isn't it?
Late game, and speaking of Spectre, here comes the Haunt.
Oh, Yatoro. He does have a BKB, slowed by the dagger and chased by Spec. And you look at this swarm of EG heroes coming in from the eastern side. They're going to try close in onto Collapse with the coil snap. The kiss is there as well, but the Sunray heal, allowing Yatoro to get himself to high ground, and EG have to hold back. They can't go too deep. Mirror?
that wasn't even close. I don't know what he was looking at, but...
maybe he was expecting a blink in from a snap or a puck or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because it looked like a preemptive.
He was looking more to the west than to the east.
Interesting decision nonetheless. Not the longest of cooldowns to waste.
No, it's all good. But the thing is, they did manage to defend the Sniper, and that's a big one. He did have to commit with the 9-second BKB. Not ideal, but they did save him.
Yeah, because that's what, Haunt down for another 100 seconds. So plenty of time there. And Aegis about to expire in 10. As Team Spirit rally around the mid lane. Ready to go again with the smoke towards the Spectre, who's, again, Aegis is about to expire. If they can make that jump and find the kill.
Successful scan for EG for almost full 10 seconds. So they know exactly where Team Spirit is.
Good spot. They saw it coming. Aghanim Scepter for Void Spirit now, so even more ability to control the puck, the snap. Even just like stopping a heal from the Chen. As a hook shot goes in, crit cookies away. Keeping vision here, keeping tabs on EG with the rocket flare. Team Spirit just want to hold their high ground, get rid of some of this dire vision. Wait around this little cliff top. Coil on the Void Spirit, silences up the puck with his Resonant Pulse.
Not ideal, he doesn't even need to commit with the Yule Scepter and the drag back.
He got it off on Nightfall, but this Supernova is going to land in on top of him. Crit, gets the finish with a little shredder, helped out by the Nightfall Viper or Yatoro. BKB TP, just about, makes it home. So close to death, but Collapse not going to be as lucky. Nightfall with a double kill, and EG still strolling towards victory in this game.
Still struggling with dealing damage. Toronto Tokyo baiting that coil, managing to survive, but yeah, Supernova not getting off. Lil Shredder and Viper with the full Hurricane Pike. He's able to dish some serious amount of damage. He's super tanky and also has a lot of attack speed. Here they go.
Jumping straight on in, Mira and Toronto Tokyo. Crit is very nearly dead, but little focus turned back onto Fly for the easier kill. Crit got rocket flared and still very close to death's door. With Artesian Nightfall there, Team Spirit again just respecting the strength of EG.
Playing around vision. They do have 2 observer wards in this area, so
little Morty.
I like how funny she walks when the granny is wounded.
Limping, tongue hanging out, blapping away. Poor little guy.
As I go.
Arbed. This time, Radiant Vision here. What is that? That dire sentry. It sees this sentry, but not the obs, does it? Yeah. We know potentially Vision is here, and they'll play under it with Collapse blown up. And Arbed, a single-man coil, the Tin Man has no more battle plan. Mira gonna get melted. Poor little Clockwork, but the Spectre being pew-pewed by the Sniper. And Toronto Tokyo has that defensive Yules. Yatoro getting jumped again by Arbed and Crit. Cookie in, the Sniper still able to stand his ground and fight away. Big damage from the glass cannon gets Yatoro a double kill. Assassinate flies and Nightfall dies!
This is it. This is what Team Spirit needed. They needed a fight like this. And this is a fight without a Batrider, so the next one's going to be even easier. Sniper finally gets some right clicks going and manages to get almost 4,000 damage.
Yeah, it's like Team Spirit have 4 heroes going, look at me, look at me! Jumping around and dancing in front of EG while Sniper stands there untouched. EG gonna screw their heads back on and reconsider how they initiate these fights. It has to be the haunt, the jaunt onto this Yatoro Sniper in the back lines.
Miposhka did okay, we're gonna see that again.
There we go. Oh.
Back to farming.
Back to life.
Back to farming. I love hearing Sniper sound farming. There's still another observer ward. EG has been playing an enemy triangle for a very long time. Every single time placing double observer wards. They're like, oh, we're good. There is no vision. Miposhka did buy that gem, and he's sending it back. So he does not want to keep it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the second time he's sending gem back. But this also means it gives them full sense of security, because this ward's going to last for another 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's nothing to find it. Also, tier 3 items coming out.
Scanning.
Viper finds the Enchanted Quiver. Sniper can hand the blast rig over to the Clockwork or the Bat.
Are scanning.
And it's going to be the Puck with a quiver there. Closing in on that Kaya to finish off the S and K.
S and K?
K and S?
K and S? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say...
S and Y?
Yeah, S and Y, but we never shortened Kaya and Sanj.
Really? That's just so...
Yeah, it does make sense, but also people do complain when I say BB for Bristleback.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah, screw those people.
I like BB.
But it's like, you think about it, Sanj and Yasha kind of sounds nice and flowy, S and Y. Yasha Kaya, you know, it's got a nice little jingle to it, but Sanj and Kaya.
Is it Y and K or K and Y?
It's whatever you want it to be. KY?
If it's S and Y, then it means that Y needs to be in the end. For other two.
Okay. Or you make it even, and if Y is at the end, then you have to make Y at the beginning, so, you know, first place, second place. Balance in all things.
I'm glad we came to agreement, Gary.
We'll be wrong. There will be statistical analysis on the usage of verbiage, words, and acronyms coming to Reddit any moment now. EG into the Roche pit.
They know exactly.
Spirit.
They're inside the pit. Rock is gonna come in, scout things out.
Miposhka prepping himself for a big supernova. Under dire vision though, Arbet and Crit lining up to look for him. Mira's in the pit, snatches it.
And he gets the shard.
Work the shard as well. Oh, Ortiz missed a trick here. Full staff out. Mira still going to get hounded though by Crit and Artur.
All right, this deserves a clap. What a beautiful hook shot, because they were underneath the shrapnel, and all right, he's going to go for it.
Yeah, snaps the coil on the Toronto Tokyo Void Spirit, pushed across into the waiting arms, but his Yule start into the air. Doesn't like he can come out, not fast enough. Resident Pulse doesn't save him on the high ground. Supernova healing Yatoro, letting the sniper stand his ground and fight, but Spectre's on him. Collapse will chase Arteezy. Crit little shredding back to Miposhka, but this Collapse bat doing a lot of damage. Finally
Mira
dies.
does have a hook shot available, and he's gonna find an angle.
Straight on in. The surprise out of this one, Fly got a double kill on his Chen, but he's about to lose his own life. Mira will chase him back. Arbed kills Miposhka, and everybody's
Does
gonna
have a force
die.
tap. Another jetpack available, but he's so slow.
Rocket
in
flare,
a second.
10-1 charges. Go and finish the job on him, Mira. Get the
Not
kill.
lucky
Oh
enough.
no!
Can't control the clockwork. Still, we gotta give credit for that. This is a full team wipe. This is 6-7 heroes, if you want to call it, because Mira did buy back, and he got the Aegis. But big plays. I think if he ate that shard, because he was thinking about keeping that shard for someone else, and didn't eat it immediately. Maybe he could have gotten out of the trouble if he popped it straight away. But Abed has had amazing game so far. 9-0 and 13. Also, I think Toronto Tokyo had a little bit of extra time. I think he had like 0.12 seconds to use either Dissimulate or Astral Step and try to get out of the trouble. If we see the replay, he moved for a second instead of using the spell immediately.
He moved and used the pulse, didn't he? Trying to silence, get some of that damage reduction going. But such chaotic fight. He's the one that makes the jump, looks for Fly's Chen. He's stunned, he self-fuels.
last second, and now look at him move.
He moves and pulses, yeah. Maybe could have stepped and Dissimulated. Supernova up on the high ground, trying to heal through them as well with the Sunray. Collapse with... There's just spill damage everywhere. There's Firefly, there's Nether Toxin, Supernova, Sunray, Rocket Flares, Battery Assault. It's just nonsense all over the ground on this map.
Yeah, and good jetpack. He definitely deserved to have it for free. In the end, does not get a kill on Fly. It was super close, but got slowed down by Penitence, and also Witchblade from Puck didn't move at all.
And the Essence Ring as well. The body blocks, little pirouette there from Arbed. I think Fly and that Essence Ring getting a couple of uses out in that fight.
Needed like 2 hits from Battery Assault, lucky ones to be able to get it.
Aghanim Scepter for Fly.
Oh,
Strong Dispel.
That's huge. Fly is massive on Chen. He's has same amount of farm, almost as Batrider. Full Holy Locket, full mech, and now strong Dispel. So if you get stunned,
Lasso?
Lasso. Lasso, but also great against Supernova.
Very true. Supernova now does have a bit of backup from the Shiver's Guard that Phoenix has completed.
I like what I see on Collapse. He does have Psychic Headband.
Hello.
Here comes Haunt.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo. They didn't get his Yules off. Aeon Disc not enough to help him either.
Toronto's getting caught quite a lot of times. There it goes. He's like, F9, pause the game. I need to check what this Aghanim Scepter does.
Well, how did he get out of my lasso? I mean, Collapse.
He's gonna die.
He's dying here to the poison. Nightfall finds the finish. Now Mira chased down by Arbed. Sniper still peeping away from long range, but look at Arteezy straight towards Yatoro. Pops the Manta to try and run back to high ground. BKB's up as well. Any stuns to go through BKB? Well, he cancels the TB. Wants to turn and fight because they bought back on Collapse, but Yatoro's gonna die. 3 down, 1 buyback out of the Batrider.
It looked like a good idea when Egg is gonna go off, so he tries to fight, but Spectre almost full HP, has that Scotty, has that Spectre Dagger, slowing him down. Sniper's not moving.
Yeah, there's that counter, right? The one-to-one matchup between Spectre and Sniper. Arteezy absolutely has the upper hand. And they've had a taste of victory in game 1. EG looking for their second win of the tournament as they'll finish off Miposhka's Phoenix.
Gets Viper Strike. During dive, applies Witchblade and also Enchanted Quiver. The overtime damage and the burst damage that these 2 heroes have together is pretty insane.
A first set of barracks for EG. 37-18. Looking much better today here in day 2 than they were yesterday. Some crisp, clean gameplay. Well-rounded drafts. Arteezy able to play much more aggressively
on his Viper.
Does he? Let's see who he can catch. We've seen Toronto Tokyo go pretty deep, diving in, looking for initiations. Could be his undoing if he's scythed up quickly.
This Hand of God strong dispel is pretty insane. I mean, Flight did manage to farm it because he set himself for a really good game, and also the big boy feeling. Extra gold kicking in, going for refresher next. So even if, you know, you can use that one to remove lasso, and the second one to heal people.
Yeah, he's incredibly farmed. Oh no, Chen. He's not even got an Aghanim shard or anything, does it?
No, but he's getting closer to level 20. Minus 40 seconds on Hand of God.
Oh, wow.
It's going to bring it down to 70.
That's huge. So does he not value the ancient creeps then? Not something that he desperately needs this game? Because I feel like Aghanim shard on Chen is incredibly important most of the time.
It's great, but he's playing a different game. He's playing Dota 3 while we're playing Dota 2 right now.
He's one step ahead of the curve. Oh, look at that. Signal of intent from EG. Hold the line. Make sure this net is closed around the little fishies of Team Spirit.
When I said I like what I see from Collapse, he has Aghanim Scepter queued up. So good way to protect the Egg. Phoenix can dive in and then he can use it on both targets. But Chen Aghanim Scepter, that's going to get dispelled. So he might need to rethink and go for something different. Maybe he thinks that Chen's going to pop it before, try to force it, maybe go on him.
Or if he catches the Chen, then there's nothing to stop him.
Chen's going to keep the distance. Look at his positioning. EG Fly, he's silencer playing against Enigma.
Where is? Oh, he's over there.
Radiant's
He's so very, very far away. It's like he's pretending he's an Io or something. He's hiding in the trees, like, I'm going to tell you. Another lane of barracks for EG, really closing this one out. Team Spirit, yes, they've got decent high ground defense. With Batrider drag back, range from Sniper, Supernova from this Miposhka Phoenix. But after losing a couple of lanes, it is a difficult prospect for them. Sniper there going for the Silver Edge.
Yeah, Yatoro bought one extra broadsword.
Oops. Oh, so he did.
Gotta turn that into dataless, but still, I think he put in broadsword and then put another item, because look what he has still in a quick buy. It's another broadsword.
He needs more broadswords. Well, he's finished off his Silver Edge now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's done. And then Daedalus next. More crits. Oh, leveler. Not too bad. Give me that attack speed. EG walking in towards Radiant Vision. They do horn forward. The Hex on Sniper. They found Yatoro, and he just spent all his money, hasn't he, Lacoste?
He just bought everything. That's a full Silver Edge, as you said.
No buyback for him. DD Rune spawned top.
Roshan spawning in 2 minutes, but this... I think EG should have a pretty good read that Sniper does not have buyback, because he's not having that good of a... In terms of net worth, he's up there, but he did die 7 times, and he just showed a full Silver Edge.
It's been incredibly challenging for him against the Arteezy Spectre. Team Spirit going to try and fight as 4. They jump in towards him. Sunray hookshot. Arteezy about to die, but he's got the heals and the backup from his Chen buddy, and Nightfall's going to pick up a couple of kills. Miposhka and Mira both dying by their tier 3. Double buyback from Team Spirit. I want to buy time for Sniper to respawn, but it's 45 seconds.
It's way too long. This is going to be mega creeps, most likely Nightfall with that shard, and also Sight of Oz does have enough mana sustain. 8 poison attacks on buildings. Look at it melt.
Yeah, stacking up that minus armor on him. And a Hex onto the Void Spirit, forced across. The coil comes onto the 2, the Eon Disc. It's there, but the coil snaps again as the kisses land. And Toronto, Tokyo, the self-fuels will buy a moment of safety as he jumps out of danger. But with so many casualties now, Team Spirit surely have no chance of defending their base. EG have come in to win this series, claiming a 2-0. Unless some kind of miracle happens.
We can start thinking about, you know, Divine Rapier on Sniper, but he's sitting at 200 gold. It's going to be very, very difficult. EG 24k gold lead right now, and they're going to turn this into Roshan in another 40 seconds. Chen almost has enough money to buy full refresher, so double ulti, double strong dispel. We haven't seen like Sniper being able to deal damage every single time he's getting jumped. He needs to run most of the time with his BKB. He's not able to stand his ground and just pew pew pew.
There was one fight in the mid lane, right, where he got a triple kill, but that has been his only moment of glory Team Spirit still with one more fighting chance, though, as EG, they pull their foot off the pedal, pull the brakes for a second, looking for this Roshan, which is 10 seconds away from spawning. And Crit, just a quick reminder to his squad that Clockwork is missing and could hookshot into the pit.
What's it gonna be? Aghanim Scepter. Spectre's gonna definitely take that one.
Go on, Mira.
Mira, ready to go in. Force Staff, Smoke, and Jetpack.
Let's have it. Hookshot in, but Roshan not near dead. Mira annihilated inside the pit. Dead for a minute and a half. So EG with a numbers advantage, 5v4, and ready to go high ground to finish this game off.
Now things get even more difficult for Sniper. Spectre having Shadow Step on top of that, and here she comes.
Oh, do we jaunt in?
Fake.
No, just forcing Yatoro to Manta. Change his pants after being scared by the Spectre's potential to jump.
Gotta change the skin on Sniper, even though this one is very expensive.
Hey, it is, isn't it? It's like €1,000, something like that. Now, Toronto, Tokyo.
Rocking the E on disc already.
Very early on, so 140 seconds without it. And now the building's under pressure from Nightfall with the poison attacks. Does get broken by the Silver Edge.
Let's see if they can drag them underneath with the Aghanim Scepter on Batrider.
They've got the stun on the Phoenix, finish him off, so no Supernova. Yatoro hiding in his fountain, cowering away. The Sniper is peeping towards Arteezy, but it is just not enough damage. EG will Viper Strike Yatoro. The lasso cancelled again by the hand of God, and GG's called. EG not only claiming one victory, their first, but now their second.
The way Team Spirit played in Game 2, I feel like what happened in Game 1 did affect the way that they played the game. Like, you didn't see this aggressiveness, especially from Toronto Tokyo. A lot of time he goes in, overextends, the rest of the team not ready to back him up. But I'd say pretty clean game too from EG, especially that Satyr creep made a lot of difference. If it's something different, I think Spectre dies a couple of times, Batrider gets a couple more items in this game, and yeah, Arteezy had